I was driving in my car listening to the wrap-up show, and there was a lot of things said that I want to dispute. I want to address.
Well, you know what's irritating me? This boys' night out.
Yeah, me too. I'm not doing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? What, they got into that yesterday?
You think it's irritating you?
What happened?
What happened? What happened for you? And I'll tell you what happened for me.
Well, it just seems weird that everybody's like, well, I want to go, and I want to go, and I'm like, what are we talking about here?
I don't know.
Dinner.
It's you know what happened? Gary said to me, two things sort of happened at the same time. Gary said, hey, Beth's away. You want to go to dinner? It was very nice.
Yeah.
Very sincere. Said it to me off the air. I said, yeah, you know what? I said, that'll be fun. Maybe. I said, I gave him a day, maybe. But I said, I'm not even sure. I don't know. Simultaneously, Artie called me at home and left me a message, a really sweet message saying, hey, I know you got some free time now with Beth away. Let's either go out to dinner or get a couple of guys to go to dinner. Dinner's on me, that kind of thing. Said dinner's on me 5 times. I don't know. It was very. It's on me. It's on me. It's on me. So,
well, I know you were obsessed with making sure that you always pay, and I wanted to make sure
Whatever. So I thought about it. I said, hey, I haven't seen Artie in a long time socially. It would be kind of fun. And Gary, I always enjoy getting. I said, well, I'll mention to both these guys. We all had the same idea. Let's pick a night and go to dinner real early.
I was thinking honestly, me, you, Fred, and Gary. I thought it'd be a nice little
dinner.
Yeah.
No Benji?
Well, yeah, that's the problem. Well, here's what's happening. If you listen to the wrap-up show, then it's like, Benji. Well, Benji's like, wait,
no, I wasn't.
I'm insulted. Wait, no, I know you never say that, but it's, all of a sudden we go, well. So Gary gets on the wrap-up show with that John Hine.
Another troublemaker.
Yeah, and they're trying to figure out, who should... And I didn't realize, Jason feels he should be at the dinner.
Jason feels slighted. He's been waiting for an invite for 8 years or something.
Well, he's in girls' night out.
Yeah, and there's a weird thing that goes on, too. Jason goes, Jason and Will are one person, like Sal and Richard are one person.
They make
They
one
come
person.
in a package.
They come in a package. Jason and Will come in a package for some reason. I
It
don't
should
know
be like
why.
the man with 2 heads. Chop off one of their heads and put it on the other guy's body. Then you
So
solve the
Gary was
problem.
analyzing the levels, and Jason and Will are definitely in the same level because it's like they're one person. You go, and then Jason even said, well, if he's going to only invite one of us, invite me. Forget Will.
Right.
But meanwhile, you don't invite Jason if you don't invite Will.
Right.
And then it's the same with Sal and Richard. Sal and Richard are one person. They've made themselves into one person. You don't think of them as anything else because, I was even saying to Beth, maybe we should have some people out to the house. We'll have, people from the show. Maybe they. And then I go, oh, but there's a problem. I go, I don't want Sal in the house because he's so fucking weird. I love Sal, but he's weird. And then Beth said to me, well, what's the problem? I go, well, then I can't have Richard.
Right.
Because, well, what do you mean?
Loses out.
I go, because Sal and Richard are the same.
Right.
Can I tell you how weird it could get? But see, Jason and Will does not want to be one person. Right. Jason doesn't mind as much.
Right.
Sal and Richard, both of them want to be one person. They really do.
Right.
So John Hine had some people come out.
In fact, Will and Jason don't even like each other.
Well, Jason likes Will more than Will likes Jason.
Right, yeah, Will doesn't like Jason.
Yeah,
he likes him, but
a big shock when I found out Will doesn't like Jason.
I didn't know either.
Will likes
Jason.
But they became roommates sort of by convenience, not because they have a lot in common.
Right.
And then everybody thinks they're these great friends.
Yeah,
and
that's what I thought.
Will's like, we're not great friends. I like them, but we're not like great friends. But let me tell you something. So John Hine had some people out to his house a couple of weekends ago. It was like me and a couple other people. So he drives Sal home every day, and he says, hey, Sal, would you want to come by? And Sal says to him, did you invite Richard? And he goes, no. And he goes, do you think you could invite Richard? And John's like, that was just uncomfortable, not because he doesn't like Richard, but now Sal's dictating who,
the guest list.
Sal said, even on the wrap-up show, I can't go somewhere without Richard without telling him because I would feel too guilty.
Yeah, I mean, these two assholes have become like husband and wife.
They pee together.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Every time they walk to the coffee room together, you never see them apart.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of weird. So that's how this whole... And I was listening to this, and I said, forget going to dinner, because...
It became a big thing.
Hey, you know what's so crazy, too? I'll give you the A, B, and C. First of all, going to dinner with me is so not fun. I mean, Gary and Artie can tell you this. I mean, I go
I've
and...
always enjoyed it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not what you think it's going to be.
But it's just. I actually.
It's not even great.
I enjoy going to dinner with you.
Yeah.
Because we get to talk about non-show stuff, which we don't do here.
And we have a good time. But
it is enjoyable.
But it's nothing.
It's not the panacea that everybody thinks it is.
Yeah.
Now I got to look up Panacea.
And then like I get an email from Wayne Siegel because he obviously listens every day. He knows everything that
So
goes
now
on the
he
show.
wants to be in the dinner.
No, but he goes, hey, and he acts like he doesn't listen to the radio. He goes, hey, I know Beth's away. If there's going to be any kind of dinner or you want to get it together for a boys' night and have
around.
dinner, he goes, I'm around. And I'm like, well, how deep does this is turning into a bar mitzvah?
Right. I was like imagining the table now.
Yeah.
Now you need a separate room in the restaurant.
And that's what
because it's
happens.
A party.
And really, there's nothing great about going to dinner with me. I'm such a fucking miserable bore.
Listen, Howard, something casual. I hired Fleetwood Mac.
Right, yeah. Let's bring in the dancing girls.
Now, what's the B and the C? If the A is you're not fun, because I do think you.
The B is wow. If I go to dinner with two guys, everyone gets so hurt and insulted.
If Artie's
did you hear the wrap up? Did you hear
Yeah,
Scott the
yeah,
engineer?
yeah.
I've never been invited to dinner with Howard. I've invited this guy to 50 different parties,
But not with just
but
you.
not just me
Yeah.
and dinner.
Yeah.
Well, the other
never happened.
And how does it get to where it's your pressure? You didn't do
Now
any
you
inviting.
have to do
No,
it.
I
You-
did.
It should be made
But
of
hold
me
on.
or
Well, that's
Gary.
what I was going to say. Now all these people are saying they want in. Artie's saying he's paying for the dinner. How are these people inviting themselves?
I'm honored that people want to go to dinner with me. I really am. But I have to tell you, no one ever was looking to go to dinner with me. You know what I mean? I mean,
You weren't big man on campus.
no. Nobody.
You're
people
like the
shun
homecoming
me.
queen now.
That's the problem. I'm not comfortable being the homecoming queen.
I see that.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's the one thing. Everybody doesn't hear you when you say that.
I'm
But
not the
everybody's
homecoming
thinking
queen.
selfishly.
Well, I remember,
Scott doesn't go to dinner with anyone. Why do you want to go to dinner with me? What is this?
I didn't say that. They brought it up, and they said it's got invited, and I just said no. I mean, I said the truth. I didn't say I wanted to go to dinner. I never brought it up.
And it was never like that.
Well,
Gary and Artie.
You did say that you've never been. You brought up that you've never been invited.
Well, you guys were talking about it, and I just said, yeah, I've never been invited, but I didn't lobby to get invited to this party.
And believe me,
he's given up, like Gary
Yeah,
said.
I've given up.
You're gonna have a nice night with your wife at home. What do you need me for?
Lobbying. First of all, it's not a party. I didn't throw a party.
Well, dinner, whatever. But I didn't bring it up.
even a
I didn't
dinner.
complain about it. If it happens, it happens. If not, fuck it. I mean, who gives a shit
I'll tell
at
you
this
how
point?
bad it is. When I had that party and Howard decided to get on the boat, so many people tried to dive on the boat. The boat
I mean,
almost
you know what it
sank.
looked like?
I
It
got
looked
so
like
upset.
Cubans escaping.
Really?
I went
It
to
looked like a
Robin's house.
flotilla.
Robin had this beautiful party, and I'm sitting there. I go, everyone's going on this boat. I got to
She's
go.
got a beautiful boat, too.
I'm going to go on the boat. So I slip on the boat, get right in there. I'm with Robin. Next thing I know, I start to feel water in the boat because the boat was tipping down into the
People were
ocean.
diving off
the water.
deck
People-
as it was leaving.
I mean, and it's embarrassing.
You're a
number
rock
one. And number
star.
two, and then when I'm on there, I feel pressure. Like, why should I be doing something
Right,
with
yeah,
everybody?
right.
I
And
just
Then
want
you
to
got to
sit.
make it a big event.
entertain the boat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But this has turned into just. Artie and I were both had the same thought. Like, okay, how is that doing? Let's go out to dinner.
I
And now
thought
it's
it would
like
be-
the Last Supper.
I know. So I shouldn't have said anything on the air. That was my mistake. I just thought it was. I don't know.
If
It
said it
applied.
after the fact.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened.
Can we bring up one other thing? Because I didn't make
I
it.
should play those clips.
But
yeah.
it didn't make it to the wrap-up show clips. Like Will and Jason were talking about how they did go to dinner with you once early on. Right when they first started working here, I
Yeah.
told you, hey, these two guys do great work. I want you to meet them.
Right.
And now they're both lamenting the fact that they were really young. They had just started working here. They were completely starstruck by you. And it almost didn't feel like a dinner. And they'd like to get another shot, but they don't know if it's ever going to happen.
Well, first of all, I
Well,
don't
that's what started Jason's lobbying. He's
many-
lobbying before time runs out.
I don't even remember that dinner.
Cinderella.
We went to Josephina's.
Oh, did we?
It was the four of us and Casey.
Wow. Oh, there's a party.
Oh, my God.
What the hell was going on
Casey
there?
was building a computer. At
Yeah, right. I didn't realize Casey was going home praying to Satan.
Oh,
Drawing
that
in
did it.
blood in the Bible.
Right. Let's see.
I got a new King James version I'm going to bleed on.
All right, here you go. Let me see if I should. I don't know. We've kind of actually explained everything that went on.
I didn't hear this, though. I'm dying to hear what the...
You want to
You
hear
do the
this?
levels.
you always want to hear the passion.
Right.
All right, here you go.
I got an instant message from Jason that was like sort of ha ha ha. You know what I
Oh,
mean? But
boy.
it's like,
Boy, he's like, Will and Jason, I would really like to go. And I said, but if he says no to Will, then just have me come. It was a joke. It was a joke.
You sure
it was like, if you can't get both of us, then get me in.
So it was one of those jokes, but also asking to be included in the dinner.
I got the impression that they would like to come. But for Jason, I got the impression he'd like to come no matter what. And I think I know Will well enough where Will would like to come if he were invited, but is not looking to come if he's not invited. That's just Will's personality. Will's like, I'd love to come, but like, I'm not gonna fucking beg you to go.
So wait, are you saying Jason's looking to come even if he isn't invited?
Yes.
Did anybody else lobby besides Jason?
Not so far. He was the first,
and only.
But he won't be the last. I can guarantee you he will not be the last.
So Jason, you blatantly lobbied with an IM?
Yeah,
posing as a joke.
No, I wasn't a joke.
I thought it was.
No, I was being dead serious.
Level 1 is Howard, Robin, Fred, and Artie. I'm mostly in level 1, but sometimes I can be in level 2. Probably more level 1 now than I used to be, but there was a lot of times where it was those 4 guys in the studio, and then
I just realized all the wrap-up clips you pick, it's just you talking, Gary.
I don't pick them.
Oh, you don't?
No, John picks them.
So you mostly talk, I guess.
No, that's not true. I mean, just today it is, but it's not always at all. So rides level 1 and level 2. Benji's definitely in level 1 a lot, but certainly no lower than level 2. Level 2 is, I think, the guys in the office, which is John, Jason, Will,
Sal and Richard.
Well, see, but the thing at Sal and Richard is they're weird because not only are they connected, I think that Sal sometimes pulled down Richard's rating. You know what I mean?
No.
Well, he's right about
He's
that.
absolutely right.
He's right.
That's a great analogy.
Because I would invite Richard to things.
There's a level 3, and Sal keeps Richard there.
Yep. Sal's in no man's land.
Howard, you can invite Richard. I have no problem with it, for real.
I know you don't.
I know you want me to be angry
Richard
about
hasn't.
it,
But Richard hasn't. Hey, by the way, I want to defend Sal for once.
Thank you.
Sal.
There you go.
You got to hear this clip. This is Sal on the wrap-up show, okay? Mm-hmm. I ran into Sal in the hall yesterday, and honest to God, he was turning the corner. And I saw him, and I said, oh, there's Sal. I never get to talk to Sal. Let me talk to Sal. So I asked him a couple of questions, and we started talking. This is before the show started yesterday. And we had a conversation. I don't know, a 2-minute conversation. And then he was telling me he had seen the Leno show, and he had some thoughts about it, which were kind of interesting to me. So I go in the studio. It dropped a bombshell around here. People started accusing Sal of trying to kiss my ass, that Sal had waited and stalked me so that he could have time with me. This is what I mean right here.
This is crazy. Everything that happens here is observed if it happens around you.
Yes. This is what
then analyzed.
Yes. And Sal did nothing wrong. I'm telling you, I stopped Sal in the hall to talk to him. Sal had nothing to do with it.
You were kissing ass.
Yeah, I actually was. I was kind of, I wanted to connect with Sal. And I tell you, listen to this part of the wrap-up show.
What was so funny?
After yesterday, Howard had to complain about the Jay Leno show. Well, guess who else had to complain about the Jay Leno show to Howard? And so before the show today, Sal had to stop Howard.
And that JD watches everything from that glass room of his. He's right next to me.
He's consumed with this, too.
Well, JD sits right outside my office, and he has a glass wall, so he watches everything.
And had to just go into this long diatribe about everything that was wrong about the Leno show, and even like how bad his monologue is.
You know, JD's right. First of all, Sal's usually not in the hallway, so Sal A had to be here on time today, and then B, he had to be in the hallway. Sal doesn't usually wait in the hallway.
So you think Sal? Wait. So you think Sal planned this strike? You think he knew when Howard was walking down the hall, stepped out, and made sure that he stopped Howard in his tracks?
Yes, I think that Sal watched it last night because Howard talked about it. I do agree with that. I think that he formulated on his last night on his way in this morning. I think he formulated an opinion, sort of a discussion to have with Howard, and made sure he was there to have it with him.
Brian, did he bounce that off you at all on your drive in?
He definitely did something like that.
He ran
it by me. He also said, it was like funny because I was like, why do you even bother watching him? All you're doing is giving him more publicity when you talk about it. And he goes, I don't know why I watch it. I guess I watch it because Howard told me to, talked about watching it. So I want to, get his opinion about it.
Well, Sal was totally, trying to defend himself. And I am here to tell you that I'm the one who called Sal into the conversation. And Sal ran into me. He was completely on the other side of the building.
You went looking for him?
No, I didn't look for. No, he just happened to turn the corner. It was a total random meeting in the hall.
All right.
There was no setup. If he wanted to see me, he would stand outside his door.
And the fact is,
watched Entourage.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact is, I don't know why he's catching shit about him doing maybe some show research. It's a big subject on the show.
fine,
Sal's a writer on the show.
Right.
Yeah, why wouldn't you try to check it out and have an opinion about it?
I watched Entourage on HBO On Demand. Then I turned on Leno, and after 7 minutes, I rolled over. Then in the morning, I'm with Brian. Of course, it's a normal topic of conversation. Jay Leno comes up every day, so I discuss what I saw with Brian. We talk about a million subjects, but Brian, to say that I fabricated this or to test it out, no, he said I came across as testing it out. You know that's bullshit.
Dude.
Come on.
It's really not.
Okay, so now I express my interest on a show that everybody has an opinion about.
So, okay,
everybody,
answer
just so, which all of a sudden now, me expressing an opinion turns into some sort of conspiracy that I'm going to get Howard in a corner in the hallway and kiss his ass. It's ridiculous.
How many days a week? Stop talking for a second. How many days a week do you stand outside your door
Never.
and wait for Howard to come?
He never does.
And why did you do it today?
I didn't. I was walking down the hall and he was walking towards me.
How convenient.
So Gary was really busting his balls.
Everybody
but Sal,
believed it. It was a theory that everybody jumped on.
Sal never, ever bothers. Sal is across the hall from me, and he sits in that room. He never bothers me in the morning. And I am telling you, he was walking in the hall. He was coming around the corner, and I stopped and spoke to him.
Well, he certainly could have used your help yesterday.
I know. Well, I heard this on the replay. Ralph, you're on the air.
Yeah, I was listening to that. These guys sounded so fucking ridiculous. They sounded like a bunch of fucking jealous girls because Sal talked to you in the hall. They all were freaking out.
Yeah,
like they got some FaceTime. Sal got some FaceTime with you, and they were all fucking jealous.
And I was interested in what Sal had to say. Actually, in that JD, he, one thing that drives me crazy with him, he sees me walk by every day, and I always bang on his glass and say hi to him, and he acts like he don't even say hello back to me. And meanwhile, he's watching everything I'm doing.
Yeah, you're like TV to him.
Yeah, he watches it. He was busy watching Sal and myself in this hallway.
That should be me in the hallway.
You know what they say, JD?
Yeah, who knew you were sitting there beating off going, I should be with Howard.
I don't know. That wasn't it at all. It was how passionate Sal was sounding.
He was having a conversation.
Okay, I get that. Now, all right, calm down, guys. I apologize to Sal. And I don't know how to react whenever you just knock on my window.
I wave to you. You wave back, you mutant.
Well, I don't want to bother you.
Bother me. I'm bothering you.
Yeah, you can't, waving back would not be bothering him.
Well, sometimes I'm actually doing
JD
something
is so
too.
used to people shunning him. He's like Frankenstein. That's why he accidentally kills a girl down by the river.
Of all the people to be in a glass office to be observed.
Yeah. I love those tours.
I understand JD is kind of awkward and stuff, but you would figure after like 8 years of talking, he would learn how to talk and stuff. He still can't
Did you
talk.
hear the tape of him yesterday on the wrap-up show?
Great. I loved it.
JD could not get out a sentence on the wrap-up show yesterday. Wait, I don't know. Listen to this. Listen, here's JD on the wrap-up show yesterday. You got to hear this.
He's retarded.
I don't know if he necessarily actually wants me there.
He asked you point blank.
But that's on the air. We'll see what happens off the air. Something happens.
He doesn't talk to anybody off the air.
Well, whatever. Well, okay. We'll see. I mean, it's still they don't even know when they're doing it.
What's going to happen off the air?
I'm not saying. I'm just. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's.
He asked you on the air. If you're not there, he's going to go, "Where's JD?" And I'm going to go, "I don't know. He didn't take it seriously."
No, well, first of all, I have to be told. Listen, no plans have been made, so until that is done, if I get the plans known to me or something, then I'll go, I guess.
What are you talking about?
I said to JD this morning, what happens to you on there? He goes, I get pressured because you're not allowed to have dead air, and it screws him up talking.
I love when JD goes, listen.
Right.
Because you're going to have to listen hard.
JD's a pro, no dead air.
So you hate when those tours come through because people introduce themselves to you, right? Like, that's the thing. You hate that.
Well, it's just odd. It's just like, it's odd, I don't know them, and
It's like, it's odd. It's like,
why don't you get curtains?
I don't know.
I don't know them.
That I know
but
that.
I'm a guy and I tap on that glass and you get weird.
No, I know, but sometimes I'm actually putting, trying to finish editing something or whatever. Right. Sometimes.
Okay.
That now.
But the speech thing, I figured, Ralph makes a good point. You think after 8 years being around us and you're pretty well accepted, I can understand maybe most of your life you were shunned. But gee whiz, that's a guy. I mean, you got damaged all over you when you talk like
There's
that.
no shade. You played JD on the air 8 years ago. Today, it's just.
I know. Here's JD talking about fancy restaurants because I guess he was commenting on fancy restaurants because we were talking about going out to dinner.
Right.
The problem I have with whenever I've eaten at nice restaurants is the portions. The portions seem very, I mean, they seem small, but, after you eat it, you seem okay. But, man, you look at, like, a little, like, strumpet or something, and it's like, and the fancy plates. Whatever. That's just me.
So you're a quantity guy, not a quality guy? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I seem like I should be, or not should be, but like when you're looking at the fancy food and it's, less quantity, then I become quantity. But after I eat it, I become quantity. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore.
He never finished a sentence.
No, he really is that kid from that movie.
Yeah, sometimes like at the end of my stand-up set, I'll bring JD on stage and I introduce him, and the crowd loves him.
They love him,
and then he goes to say something, and he goes, "What? I don't know."
I can never. He introduces me sometimes, and every time, like, I just don't know what to say, and I haven't even came up with anything to say. And
but I do it now. It's been 2 years. Maybe you think of a little line.
Well, I don't know.
When the tour
fancy plates.
When the tour comes, what do you mean, the plates intimidate you? What is that fancy plate?
No, I mean they're just like squares or something. I don't know.
Square plates intimidate you?
That throws
No, but it's
There's
the
a
way.
parallelogram on a plate.
I don't know.
I start thinking about
What do you mean?
science.
I want to understand. What are you saying about plates in a restaurant?
Just they're different. They're like a design. They're an actual, like, people put thought into what the plate looks like.
Yeah,
that looks like a pharaoh.
And you don't like it?
I didn't say I don't like it. It's just different.
You just said, those portions are small.
I don't even know what I said yesterday.
Yeah, well,
The silverware.
What did you mean with the portions were small, but then it's filling? Like,
Well, like
It looks small.
Well, yeah, when you first look at say something that's a smaller portion, it looks small, and it's like, how is this going to fill me? But then after you eat it, you seem okay.
I have portion anxiety.
Do you think there are trick plates? Like the plates are so big that they make the portions look small?
Well, that could be true.
It's like the mirror on your car.
That could be it. I haven't thought about that.
I don't know. The wrap-up show yesterday was really good. There was a lot going on, and then. But Sal made the best point I've ever heard him make, actually, about you, Robin.
What did I do?
Well,
crazy.
He was talking about, when you and I were sort of going at each other, and I was talking about how you want to be married, and you made this statement, and Sal actually really hit into something.
I say?
Sal, what'd you think of that whole exchange?
Typical Robin.
What do you mean?
way?
She's an alien. I don't mean that in a the way you might be thinking. She's just not from this planet. I don't get her. I mean, she every day some wacky shit just comes out of her. The fact that you, as a human being, she can't find love. She can't attach herself to somebody. She always pushes men away. She wants to be with somebody, but not somebody she'll miss. What the fuck?
I mean, that was key. You said, I want to be in love with somebody, but not with somebody I'm going to miss.
I never said that. See, you
did.
people are
Get the
I
tape.
said, I'm not looking to be with somebody so I'll miss them if they leave. That's what I said.
No.
I said I wanted to be with somebody because I care about them.
Robin, you know what love
but
is?
I would always want somebody to pursue their dreams
What is
without
love?
fear
That's not the
of
same thing.
making me upset.
That's not what I'm talking about. What is love to you? And don't start yelling. Tell me in a calm voice.
Because you won't listen to me. You're
What?
talking and not letting me tell you what I said.
What is love? What is love?
I want to know what love is.
What is it? What is your definition of love? I want to know.
I don't have a definition of love.
Yes, you do.
I do
Everyone
not.
does. How do you know when
Here
you're in
we
love
go.
with someone?
Everyone does. I have to be.
Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
Okay. What was that experience
It's
like?
a deep caring for someone.
Okay. So you care for somebody.
Yeah.
This someone wasn't you.
Now, you said you're open to the idea of marriage.
Sure.
Okay. So far, so good, right?
Okay, we're on
All
the
right.
same page.
On the same
far,
page.
You've said what I've said.
All right. I would assume if you marry someone, you would be in love with them. Am I correct?
I would hope so, yes.
Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think it would be unusual that if your husband, who you're madly in love with, went away for a month, that you would miss them?
No.
You think that? You think you would not miss them?
I can still talk to them. It's not like they got on
You're
the
sick.
Mayflower.
You're psycho.
And you can't ever talk to them ever
You're
again.
lying.
Oh, my
Would you
God.
miss the person?
And then I would also go see them.
Let's say you couldn't.
I would look forward to enjoying them in
I didn't ask you
way.
that. Would you miss them when they were, let's say they were gone for, like, I'm going to go visit Beth, but I'm not going to see her for 2 weeks. Do you think it's unusual that I make this statement, I would miss her for 2 weeks?
Yes. The
You think
way
that's
you say it, because it's like I'm inconvenienced. I
said I missed her.
This is what it sounds like to me.
Have you ever missed anyone? You're psychotic. You're uncontrollable now.
Oh, okay.
You've gone completely off the deep end. You know what it is, and I'm going to tell you what you.
I've not gone off the deep end.
Off the air. This is this character you've developed on the air.
No, wait.
Because off the air.
You're an asshole.
No.
Because you don't
You
know
developed
who
a character.
I am.
I don't.
And you will continually misinterpret
This is not the person I talk to off the air.
And then tell
You're being
me
a hard ass. Be yourself.
I am
Be
not
yourself.
me.
Be yourself.
Oh, stop.
You're developing a character here because
I'm not a
you
character.
want. You can't be a woman.
Being me.
You can't be a sensitive woman on the air.
I am as sensitive as they come.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm just not crazy.
You mean
want
is it
me to be
embarrassing?
crazy.
Is it embarrassing to you to admit that you would miss a man?
You want me to be crazy. That's what you want. You want me to be miserable
You are crazy.
and crazy.
No, you're crazy.
I happen
You're
not
insane.
to be a miserable
You're not crazy.
person.
You're nuts.
I don't look for reasons to be upset.
You mean it would What about admitting that you might miss another human being is embarrassing to you? What does that say to you?
How can you miss somebody these days? There's so many ways to communicate.
Wow. That she can even make that statement because she doesn't even know who this guy is, and she can't say maybe I'd miss somebody.
Because I guess she's never really missed anyone.
No, I haven't.
Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
With who? Mr. X?
Mr. X, yeah.
You didn't look like you were missing him. I'll give you that.
I miss him.
I was like, see ya.
I don't think you've been in love.
Take care, brush your hair.
I loved him very much.
You were in love with him?
Yes.
And was there a time where you wouldn't see him for a month?
Probably not a month.
2 weeks?
No, never that long.
All right. Well, then I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to get this out of you, but I think there's nothing wrong with admitting you might miss someone.
But you haven't had her gone for a month. You were having these issues. She hadn't even left yet.
Yeah, because I miss her.
But she was there.
I was sad that she was leaving. Yes, that's true. That's love.
Oh, please. That's ridiculousness.
That's ridiculous.
No,
What do you think love
ridiculous.
is? I'm in touch with my feelings. You're not.
You're not in
You're
touch
fucking
with
off the wall. You're off the wall.
You're crazy.
Well,
you're
Howard,
having
you're the
feelings of missing a person while they're still there.
No, I knew that I would miss her.
But
we
how
were
did you
sad.
know that? She hadn't done it yet.
Holy mackerel.
But Howard, you're the other way. Beth goes away for a night and you miss her.
No.
And this is what I'm saying. He's already experiencing something that hasn't happened.
No. Listen, I'm a functioning...
Now, you can tell me that is not crazy, and a lot of people will go along with you, but they're all crazy.
Why are you worried about your cat dying, but your cat's not dead yet? Why are you worrying about it?
I wasn't worried about my cat dying.
Why are you worried about it? Yes, you are.
I was worried about
Why are you
him
worrying
suffering.
about it? Oh, come on.
And wondering what
how
to
do you
do
know
about
he's
it, and
suffering?
having to make the decision to put him to sleep.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it was.
I think you've lost it. And I think you're not in touch.
Well, guess what? We're both of the same opinion about each other.
Right. You've gone off the deep end now.
You are a mess.
I'm not a 34 on the narcissism scale.
No, you're probably a 60 if you answer the questions right.
And you're not jumping out of planes.
That's right.
That's insane.
Oh, no, he's not jumping off the chair. He won't go out.
Oh, my God. So if
Can't
you
even get him to dinner.
decide, so if you decide to put your cat to sleep in a month, would you be sad?
What?
If you decide to put your cat to sleep in a month, will you be sad?
If you tell me now in a month I have to put my cat
That's
to
right.
sleep,
Will you?
That's different than being able
Why
to
be
talk
sad
to
now?
Beth on the phone.
But why be sad now? The cat's here.
That's
Why
different
be
than
sad
being
now?
able- because I'll never be able to be with him again. You will be with Beth again. You can
I
talk
see.
to her every day.
I see.
Can't make out with a phone.
Yeah. It's a big difference between somebody being with you and talking to them on the phone.
No, there's a big difference
Robin,
in having this
can
feeling
I tell you something?
that you
There
can't be
isn't-
attached to someone unless they're there.
Why live together at all, then?
There's some people who don't have to live together.
There isn't a person listening to this conversation right now saying,
Look,
what
just
happened to
because
Robin?
everybody's
Do you understand?
nuts doesn't make
so
it right.
you're the normal one.
Just because
Do you
everybody's
see the
nuts
narcissism in that?
doesn't make it right.
Everyone
and
else,
number two,
everyone else is abnormal and you're
has
normal.
nothing to do with right.
No, you're putting on an act. I don't even believe what you're saying.
And I'm just telling you who I am. You don't want to know me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know who you are, but this is not who you are.
Okay,
This is the character,
I'm
Robin.
the person you have in your head, not the person I have in my head.
You are a narcissist.
And you agreeing with Sal, you really ought to question yourself.
I agree with Sal. I agree with Sal.
That right there should tell you something.
Well, I agree with that. No, but I think I mean, if you care about someone, you could say to them, "I'm going to miss you." I'm going to miss. You're going to miss them.
No, not Robin. She only misses them. She doesn't even miss them when they're gone, and certainly would never miss them and say, "Gee, I'm going to miss you when you're gone."
He misses her while she's here.
No, I said I'm going to miss you. That's the difference.
You were already experiencing the missing. Ugh, I'm so upset she's leaving.
Yeah, I like being with her.
It depends on how much you let it affect you, but everyone can relate to saying, "I'm going to miss somebody."
Of course, what Robin is talking about is abnormal.
The time that you're with
Who said I wasn't enjoying? We had a great time.
Oh, please.
But that's not weird. Of course you would. You realize you're going to miss Beth.
Look at who's talking.
Listen, you're the only
Bond.
one. Robin, you're the only one who even
I don't care
enunciates
if I'm the only one.
this.
I'm simply telling you who I am. Why do I have to be like everybody else for you?
But listen, you've got a problem. You need to go back in therapy.
I have a problem.
This is tremendous narcissism. It really is. And you know what? I understand why you built up these defenses.
Funny. You're so
I know
funny.
it works for you.
There's no defense here.
Yep. You're very, very defensive. Right now, you're being very defensive. I'm trying to help you, and you're not allowing me in. Fred, what do you make of what Robin's
Don't
saying?
even start with Fred.
Fred will tell you the truth.
Fred's a committed,
What
successful.
difference does it make? What difference does
Robin-
it make? What the opinion?
I think Robin
is?
believes.
I want you to understand that this sounds abnormal.
I think Robin believes what she says, and I think her
It's sad.
standpoint. I find it a little sad. I do.
Yeah, me too.
Because I think
I'm only saying 'cause
it's a
I'm sad
form
for you.
of protection. It's like you don't allow yourself to get
She's very
that
well protected.
close to people, and I understand
The
that. I've
suit
been
of
that way
armor.
myself sometimes.
She's more covered than Lady Gaga.
Do you think?
But I understand why she has that opinion.
We've all
I do
been
understand
burned
it.
by the
Right.
flame of love.
Robin, I understand.
And by the way, Sal,
You're all
and that,
codependent. That's what your problems are.
But and I'll ignore that insult. But in that clip with Sal,
They're insulting me, but you're going to ignore my
Sal was
insult
being
to
a
you.
kiss ass in that clip. In that clip right there,
A
where he
kiss
was
ass where?
attacking Robin, he was being a total kiss ass.
To who?
To you.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
Robin and I really didn't have much of a discussion.
He had to put Robin down.
No, he's saying.
No, Sal does that. Sal does
Pass
that.
judgment
It's a
on my
wild.
feelings.
It's a wild statement when somebody says, "I certainly don't want to be in love with someone." If that means I have to miss them.
I didn't say that either. I said I wouldn't fall in love with someone so that I could miss them and make them uncomfortable about living their lives.
How can you control? How can you control missing someone?
But that's part of
Why
the
would you
equation.
want to control that?
I mean, the definition of
I think
love.
it's. You know what? I think
First
Beth
of all,
loves the fact that I
just because
miss her.
somebody leaves doesn't mean they're ripped out of my heart.
Listen, darling.
But those are your words. That's not what's going on
That's not
here.
what's going on. Beth likes the fact that I miss her.
Good for her and good for you.
And so
I
would
didn't
you-
say
and you
that.
would enjoy that
But,
too.
No, I would not feel good about you feeling bad.
That's not a bad feeling. Missing someone. It's being human.
That's part of love.
That's
Hate to say it.
called being a human being.
For you, Fred.
For anybody.
And,
if you go to a
again,
definition in the dictionary, love is
it
part
says
of an
you have
affection
to
and an
miss-
attraction.
My life
You
isn't
have to
falling.
miss them?
My life isn't
It
falling
happens.
apart, Robin. It's just I miss
Yes,
her.
it
That's
is.
it. No, it's not.
You're a
I'm
mess.
functioning very well. I'm having a great time.
You didn't know if you could.
I had a great day yesterday.
Sure you did. You were miserable.
I had. You're talking about being a human being, and you know what? I'm going to tell you something. The day a
With
guy
this human
calls you,
being. Okay, I'm an alien, just like Sal said.
if a guy called you up and said, "Robin, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. I miss you," that would melt your heart. And stop saying.
No, it's not.
You're
what
so
you
full of
say.
shit.
You say, "Oh, where's my wife? She's supposed to be here for me."
Oh
What
my
da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
goodness! That's not what I'm saying. I enjoy
what you
being with her,
said.
And wouldn't you be honored if a man called you
you're
up?
taking what you said and what I'm reacting to and turning into this noble thing.
Listen.
That, wow, honey, I really miss you.
I love you, and I'm sad for you.
Please.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, do you miss me when you don't see me?
Do you think
Not right now, I don't. Right now, I need to get away from you.
You can't miss me. You
that's
can
not
see
true.
me.
I miss you right
and
now.
You've never missed me.
I do miss you, and you know I miss
never
you.
called and said, Robin, I miss you.
You never left for a month.
We did, yes, she did. When we were in Washington and we were broken up as a team.
We were apart for
And
a
did you
long
miss
time.
me? I missed you.
I missed you every day.
All right.
But
so-
I never said anything.
And you're in love with me.
Do you think Robin could ever be married?
No.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't
Oh,
say that.
listen to you, Ralph. Could you? No.
No.
No, but you don't realize that. Now you're thinking about being
I'm looking to learn something.
You want
You're
to know
not.
something, Ralph? Robin could be married. I'm going to take that back. I'll tell you why.
I agree with you,
Because
Howard.
Robin off the air is a mush.
A mush.
She loves romance. She loves to be with her partner. I've seen her in action. And the day that she meets the right
I
guy.
certainly would enjoy another human being.
Yes,
sure.
she would.
I would
And-
enjoy it.
And Robin needs a man who is going to miss her when he's not with her and really enjoy her and be with her. She's a lovely woman.
If she found that perfect match, she would miss him as much as you miss
believe
Well,
me.
I'm certainly willing to find out.
Yes, she wants to explore this side of herself. She's on guard.
I'm just telling you what I know.
You need eHarmony.
I know
You
what
need
I know about
Facebook.
you, and I know the real you.
All right, Howard. You
And
know
you're
what?
a
There
mush,
are times that
and
I
you're a
know
romantic.
you better than you know yourself.
No, and I agree.
And they, maybe the same is occurring here.
You're
but
a
I don't
romantic.
know what you're talking about.
You're a romantic, and you love
romance, of course.
Yes, you do. And you would melt.
She would go gaga.
If a man,
Lady Gaga.
You'd be like Lady Gaga. If a guy said to you,
You'd have a bird's nest on.
if a guy,
You miss me?
I'd be
Robin-
wearing a mask.
I'd be
Robin,
wearing a beehive.
Robin, I had to go to Vegas or go to, I don't know, pick a place, Atlantic City for 2 months.
Atlantic City. I,
I don't
think
know,
I
wherever
could
they
get
get
there.
Cincinnati.
and whatever it is, you had to work or whatever, and you were separate, or he had to go to the Middle East. I don't know. You're with some Arab. I don't know what you're with.
Hello, Osama. I can't take it. I miss you lots.
Right. And you go,
Ramadan.
Around about this guy? There's some guy in Florida or something she's flying around.
what is this?
Like, is there some guy in Florida or something?
I don't know what Ralph is talking about.
Yeah,
Is that true?
I think so. I think there's something.
Robin,
There was
I
a
don't
rumor.
know what Ralph is talking about. I'm
I don't
not
know of
flying
this.
around to Florida.
you are seeing a guy in Florida.
No, I'm not.
Well, what if this guy called you up and said, you know what, Robin? I miss you.
This imaginary guy?
Oh, say, I don't know. Who knows? Ralph seems to know
I
something.
think over the summer there was. You were in Florida a lot.
I was not in Florida a lot. I was in Florida once.
Were you seeing a man in Florida?
I see lots of people in
Were
Florida.
you
That's not the
seeing
answer.
a romantic man
No.
in Florida?
No.
Okay, all right. I agree. I know you don't lie, so she's not. She's telling the truth.
Are you dating Dan Marino?
Ralph, she doesn't lie to me.
Oh no.
No, she would always tell me the truth. She would even say, "I prefer not to answer." But if she said she didn't have romance in Florida this summer, then she's telling the truth. What you think?
Look,
You
all
think
right,
Robin would lie to
so-
me?
You think she's Sandra
Robin would lie
Bernhard?
to me?
Sleep with Sandra Bernhardt.
Do you think Robin would lie to me?
Talking about that.
Robin, are you lying to me when?
No, I'm not lying to
All
you.
right. So you did not have sexual relations in Florida.
No, I did not.
Okay.
Was there somebody
In Georgia.
Florida you were seeing or interested in?
I go to Florida because I like the state.
Well, that's not
All
answering
right.
the question.
The state the Klan started in? Come on.
So
They got good taste.
all right. So
Wow.
I'm
In
just saying,
states, anyway.
Robin flies around the country to see men.
right.
What?
Because she misses him.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I say you fly around the country to see men.
All
She
right.
loves romance, and she's a very, very soft-hearted person, despite the on-air demeanor. And there's certain defenses everybody builds up, including myself. And her particular defense is the suit of armor that Robin wears every day.
She tries to be tough.
Is this tough guy thing.
Good
But let me
Lord.
tell you something, and this is an advice to all men who want to be with Robin. You shower this woman with the kind of attention I'm talking about, where you say, Robin, I love you, I miss you.
Yeah.
She will melt
Like
and be
butter.
yours forever.
See, I can relate to I'm with a lot of women who actually need a shower.
Right.
When you were seeing Jim,
they were on drugs, these
when
girls.
you were seeing Jim and you were in the middle of that hot and heavy, you didn't miss him when he went on the road and
No.
No?
That's what he did.
Did you miss him?
No.
Okay.
Strange.
All right.
Poor Jim.
I'm crestfallen.
This is why I failed.
All right, thank you, Ralph. All right, Mr. Smooth, you have the last word on this. I must take a break.
I don't want to hear from Mr. Smooth.
You do not?
He's Mr. Smooth,
Robin. I don't even know what Mr. Smooth is
Gotta know
gonna
what he's
say.
talking
I
about.
don't know what he's talking about.
Robin doesn't want to hear from you.
Why are you wasting your time with Robin?
What?
She doesn't know why are you wasting your time with Robin? She doesn't know what it feels like to be in love. There's
She
nothing
knows.
wrong with you missing Beth. She's 2,000 miles away. That has nothing to do with her talking on the phone. Maybe just miss holding her in bed.
Of course.
No idea what the fuck she's talking about. She's way off.
Again, all of you are crazy.
You want to know something? The opposite has been true in my life, where my reaction to somebody, leave me, I wouldn't even acknowledge that I miss them, and I would behave.
But that's a defensive mechanism.
And I would
But
behave in a strange. That's right.
But you
that was my
didn't
way of getting through
acknowledge
it.
what you felt.
And I'll tell
That's
you,
what you're
now
saying.
I'm acknowledging what I feel, and you're not acknowledging what
I
you
didn't
feel.
say you weren't acknowledging what you
Right.
felt. I said what you felt was sad.
Yes, I wasn't acknowledging it. You're right.
Howard, you were right on point the other day when you said you knew you were in love when you want to lay back in bed with Beth after you had sex with her. All those other chicks you just want to get rid of, right?
That's right.
That's a fact. That's what happens. You wait
Because
all
you
night,
like being with them.
3 o'clock in the morning, you're hightailing it out of there. When you're in love, you want to stay in bed with her the rest of the night.
Absolutely.
Mr. Smooth.
Mr. Smooth. No wonder you don't want to speak to Mr. Smooth.
I know.
I'll tell you, the worst thing to go
tried
through
to
is
tell you.
the worst thing to go through is if you miss somebody and they have no recollection you even dated.
That's happened to me many times.
Oh, I've
Or
gone
they
through
answer,
that.
or they answer the phone.
Sometimes
Who
I
is
thought,
this?
many times I thought I was in a relationship with someone, and
Right.
it turned out they didn't even know it.
Honey, do you realize I'm your boyfriend? Because I've been telling people.
That
Who are
first-
you?
My first girlfriend that I called, the one I've had in the studio here?
Robin?
Yeah. Like
yeah.
she had other men when she was, with me, and I said, you're my girlfriend.
God.
And she goes, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. She goes, I didn't realize.
I guess everybody treated her the same way.
She said, she goes, I didn't think of you as my boyfriend. I mean, I'm seeing other people. I mean, I don't know that she had sex with them, but
Right.
she saw people.
I miss the guy you're fucking too.
You know how it feels.
What?
You were on the other end of the stick. You know.
Absolutely. Many times. Artie's telling the truth.
No, that in all seriousness, I've
Many times
missed a woman and they have
no idea who you are.
They're not even close to the same feeling.
Right. Thank you. All right, Robin. Everyone agrees with me.
Well, that's good for you. Doesn't mean it's right.
Zolar, what do you think?
Zolar.
Mr. Smooth
Look at who we're having comment on.
Zolar's a bright guy. Go ahead, Zolar.
Well, yeah, actually, I was thinking of it as, I kind of miss them, but I kind of anticipate, my girlfriend's return. I don't miss them. What I was going to call to say is I hate when, I'm about to go somewhere and do something for 2 weeks, for instance. Before I even go, I'm getting the guilt from her, oh, my God, you're going to leave me. I'm going to miss you.
That's what I'm talking about. That's wrong.
Well, that is wrong, but I don't do that.
Yes, you were doing it.
No.
You totally are doing that, Howard. I mean,
No.
And that's what I was objecting to.
Right, I knew
see.
that. I knew
All
that,
right.
Robin.
All right,
Thank you,
Zolar.
Zolar. You are brilliant.
See?
I told you I was smart.
That's why I
Robin,
didn't tell you that.
Robin, you said that like other people have said he's brilliant.
All right,
are
Robin, good for you. You have your point of view. I don't buy it, but all right. That's your way of getting through life, and I respect that. All right. And I must take a break. I can't talk to you all morning about this.
Look, let's never talk about it again.
Fair enough.
You don't want to hear the wrap-up show today, Rob?
All right, we have Lisa G here with headlines. Lisa G is going to tell us what's going on in the Howard 100 newsroom. Come on in, Lisa.
Lisa Glassberg takes shits at work.
Lisa?
Yes, hello.
What do you have? Hi.
Well, I know you were
Lisa agreed with me.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, I do.
You think missing a person is bad?
No, but it's how you're missing them. Robin is very independent.
Let's say how you're missing them is, there's ways to missing people that's appropriate and inappropriate.
Right.
Okay. But what's the idea that you don't miss someone? I mean, have you ever heard a human being say they don't miss someone? Let me ask you something. I've gone to a restaurant, as Fred just said. He said, I've gone to a restaurant, he says, and there's Beck's beer. If it's not there, I miss it. I mean, I
miss Beck's beer.
Oh, my
You've never
God.
missed someone?
I have, yeah.
You know what? Because you're human. And Robin misses people, but she doesn't want to admit it.
I miss heroin.
Right. You're right. Okay. So you missed something.
Can I tell you?
All right, I will tell you. I miss people who have died because you can't contact them again.
And then to a
but
lesser
if you're
degree,
constantly in contact,
no.
what are you missing?
First of all, you can
missing
contact
being
them.
with that person, spending
you're being
time
with them when you're
no,
with
you're not.
them. Even when you're on the phone, you're with them.
Not with. That's not being with someone. That's checking in.
Again, that's this neediness of yours. No. This, like they got to be there in the flesh.
Oh, my God. You know how long it took me in therapy to admit that I miss someone? That this is a major accomplishment for me? And that you...
I tell you, that doctor's steering you in the wrong way.
No.
This is what he's doing.
It's a very good
He's
thing.
turning your fag!
I'm enjoying actually feeling human and valuing someone and thinking that they're more important than someone else, that placing them above others.
All the time. I don't have problems with thinking somebody's more important.
No, this is bullshit. Now, maybe Lisa's never been in love either, because the two of you...
It's highly unlikely.
The two of you are very similar in many ways.
She loves two things, violins and cookies.
Yeah, you should start a support group.
A support group of what?
I miss my cat.
We don't need support.
You miss your cat? Oh, that's terrible. Why would you miss a cat?
Is the cat alive?
Easy, Larry King.
Because I love it. And
right. In other words, your cat is home, but now you're at work, you're missing the cat.
When I go on vacation, I miss my cat.
Sure, of course, that's normal. That's called being a human being. And Robin has the same feelings. She's, for some reason, created a persona.
What you're calling missing a person and what I would call missing a person are two different things.
No, they're not different.
Yes, they are.
In the way that Lisa can miss her cat, because she loves the cat.
I don't miss the cat like that. I notice that the cat's not there.
You notice that the cat's not there?
So it's like a couch.
I feel sad for you. That's all.
Don't feel sad for me.
I'm so.
Who needs your pity?
You don't know that it's sad that you can't feel.
I'm not.
You can't
sad.
feel attached to anyone.
Be sad.
How sad is that?
I'll only be sad for me if I get sad.
The struggle you put up to admit you're human.
I am not human.
Boy,
obviously.
oh boy! No wonder that therapist quit the business.
Well, I'm not.
You know what therapist left the business?
Well, your piano teacher committed suicide.
That's right. You know why? Because I was horrible at playing the piano.
So,
and you,
at least this woman had the good sense to just go.
You drove that woman batty. She said, "There's no way. I can't even get her to be human."
Not another 34 at 12.
She got her down to a 34.
I do a 34 under protest.
She's at 100.
I don't feel sorry for Robin not missing anybody because she does miss somebody.
Of course.
She does.
Yeah, she does.
I know, but it's just sad that she has to put this persona on.
I don't have a persona again.
Well, it's a protection.
I don't want to talk to you anymore because if I can't say what I feel, I got to. You know what?
You don't feel that way.
I'll end this right now.
You don't feel that way.
You're absolutely right, Howard.
Thank you.
I miss someone every day.
Not every day.
And I'm miserable.
I didn't say you were miserable.
Cry.
It's human to miss someone, Robin.
I can't get out of bed sometimes.
Lisa, do you miss your cat today? Even though you saw your cat this morning, do you miss the cat?
A little bit. All
right, so that's what we're talking about. Robin won't admit that.
I have a question for Lisa.
I have cats ask me if I'm missing them.
Well, of course not. You're Robin. You're a robot.
I feel guilty about that. It's like, oh my God, I can't.
Why feel guilty? That's human.
I know.
It's called being human, and Robin is human, and she misses things and people and cats. But she doesn't want to look at it. It's too painful to her. But why, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Lisa, it's human.
I'm not a psychiatrist.
I'm not in pain.
Well,
I didn't say it's not necessarily
and it wouldn't
pain.
be painful if I did feel that.
Oh my God in heaven.
What's wrong with you? Why are you
What's wrong with
struggling so
me?
much? Why does this bother you so much?
Almighty.
What is your thing about this?
Because I suffer from the same thing. It took me a lot of therapy to miss someone.
This is a thing for you.
I'm sad for you.
If you keep saying
your
that.
protection makes me sad.
If you keep saying that. See,
Sorry.
That's what irritates me
I see the sadness
you.
in this.
It's for you it would be sad. Don't feel bad for me. There's no reason to feel bad for me.
Do you remember the show Star Trek? I'll leave you with this thought. Do you remember the show Star Trek?
Don't leave me with an
answer yes or no. Do you remember? Do you remember the show Star Trek?
Do I? Let's see.
Right.
I miss it actually.
And remember how funny it was, the Vulcan Society, because remember
they were logical.
Right. Remember the Vulcans tried to eliminate all emotion. Remember that?
They did.
You know why that was interesting to us as human beings in terms of a plot to a story?
They
because
were rational.
you can't eliminate emotion. And you're trying, and I understand.
I have not eliminated emotion.
All right.
I have emotions. I just don't have your emotions.
You're not 100% Vulcan. Not yet, Robin. There's still some humanity in there. You weren't raised on Vulcan. Stop it. I revel in the fact that you're chic at every age.
I just agreed with you. Why are we still having this conversation?
Right. No, you didn't agree with me.
I'm devastated. I miss everything.
Good. Well, then you're sick because you shouldn't miss everything.
I miss it all.
Sal, look when you started, man. Everyone turned on Robin.
I didn't start anything. Robin started it. I mean, that's her. I just brought it to the forefront. I was the one who had the balls to say it because everybody here is a bunch of ass kissers. You know, they all walk on eggshells. A bunch of wusses.
No, what do you really feel? That she can't find love?
Look,
she
can find anything she wants. You know what I mean? She can find planes to jump out of. She can find race cars. She can find all that stuff. I'm not saying that she can find love. I'm saying that she prefers not to find love.
Why?
She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to. Look at all the women in life, a good majority of women. What do they have? They have somebody that will provide them shelter, security, money. Robin has the ability to do that all on her own. She's completely self-sufficient. She doesn't need all that shit. So, you know, if you really think about it, what's love? The only thing you really love are your children. You don't really love somebody you're with. I mean, you do in the beginning. But afterwards, it's like a Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. You don't love somebody anymore. You're stuck with somebody. It's like having a roommate you can't get rid of. So there's no real love. So Robin has the ability to buy love. You know, she can get love whenever she wants because she's in that position. Now, if Robin was a cashier, let's say at the dollar store in Hoboken, I can almost bet that she would find love. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ask some Spanish broad who's working at the Sizzler washing dishes. She looking for love? You bet your sweet ass she's looking for love. You know, but the definition of love to some people are different than others.
So, Lisa, being the only other female on the staff, what do you think about this whole conversation about love and missing people?
I think they're really ganging up on Robin. And she is who she is. If that's the way she feels, then that's who she is. You can't make someone something they're not. So that's, I feel for her when everyone gangs up on her and goes, oh, you're not human, you're a Vulcan, whatever. So she's been in love before, and no one can tell another person how to love someone. You have to do what's right for you.
But do you agree with Howard, Fred, and Artie about, missing someone?
Well, I know that's... Well, I don't know if that means that you love or don't love someone if you do or don't miss a person, but I know with me, I'm very independent, so do I miss someone? Yeah, I would, but I wouldn't let it, ruin my day or my week. It's just like a little something you keep in your back pocket. I miss them, I wish I could see them, and that's it. I think maybe Robin was taking it to mean that, to the extreme, that if you miss someone, she's listening to Howard and going, oh my God, my whole week's ruined. I just think she's very independent and she's okay by herself and she's great with someone too. I think that's the best of both worlds, not to lose who you are. Do I miss things? Yes, I do. Like I was telling Howard, yeah, I miss my cat, and I always feel so silly because when I first adopted my cat, I went, okay, I have a cat, here's some food, see you later. And I ended up really missing him, and I felt so weird about it. But now I really enjoy the fact that I care for something, and I love him, and I miss him. It's just a part of who I am, but I can't tell someone else how to behave. So, good for Robin. I'm her biggest fan, so... It's all good.
Everyone in there was pretty much against you on, like the definition of love. And, because they're saying if you miss someone, you love them, what would you...
Is that how they know? They can't know unless they're in pain? See, that's my contention, that love shouldn't cause you pain. And they're all looking for pain to figure out if they're in love.
So how do you know?
Because you care about the person. You like being with them. But you don't have to be in pain just because they leave you.
So you think all of them have just like?
I think they have
distorted
problems. I think they have problems. They don't want to face them. They're little whiny babies, and they're codependent, and they don't want to deal with themselves.
And what do you think of Sal's comments?
I told Sal that he can go to hell. From America's Got Talent and the winner of Apprentice, the Celebrity Apprentice.
I don't really, I was going to say to Gary, don't bring Piers Morgan in because I don't know who he is, but I have seen America's Got Talent. He's the British guy. He's like the Simon Cowell of that show.
Right.
And there was an article in the paper yesterday that convinced me I should have Piers Morgan on because they say that show is better than American Idol and that it really is the true competition and talent contest that America's been waiting for.
Really?
They gave it a great review. People love it.
America's been waiting for a true talent contest?
According to the New York Post.
I didn't realize.
Piers Morgan. I don't really know Piers' work, but he is like a Simon Cowell. And people
But
enjoy
on
him.
Apprentice, he was a real dick, apparently.
Yeah,
People couldn't stand him.
But he won.
Yeah.
Donald Trump could stand him.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he's a British guy like Simon Cowell, and he gives his opinions.
Oh.
Yeah, where else do you get a name like Piers?
You know what?
Piers.
This country doesn't have a good track record with Brits who give opinions.
Okay, I'm Piers Morgan, a judge on America's Got Talent, in question marks. Why am I here? Because it's a lifetime's ambition. I've spent the last 43 miserable years of my life waiting to go on the Howard Stern show. And I finally got the call. And I've met the Queen of England 4 times. I've met presidents. I've met Nelson Mandela. I've hung out with Tony Blair. This is it. This is the big one. I'm not nervous through fear. I'm just nervous through adrenaline, excitement. Biggest moment of my life.
Hey, Piers. How you doing, man?
Howard, how are you?
Good to meet you.
Good to see you.
Pleasure.
Hey, Piers.
How are you?
I heard you're opinionated.
He's in better shape than I thought.
Yeah, we heard you have a lot of opinions.
A lot of opinions.
Good to see
I
you.
thought he was kind of a blubbery guy, but he's in good shape.
I wasn't going to do this show, Howard. People told me you're quite popular. I hadn't really heard of you, obviously.
I did.
Is it Howie Mandel, right?
Howie
Is it? No,
Mandel,
I wasn't
that's
sure,
it.
but
Well, Simon Cowell must have mentioned to you. He's done the show a couple
he told
of
me, he
times.
warned me. He said, "Don't do it in a million years, for God's sake. He'll rinse you to hell." But I said, you know
Really?
what?
I like Simon Cowell. I actually got
Does
along.
Simon not like doing this show?
He loves doing this show. My God, when I told him I was doing it, he was furious.
The great thing about Simon Cowell was I had in all 3 judges once on the show, and I did the bit that they were deathly afraid of. I brought in a singer to audition for them, and I said, just evaluate this guy. He's a kid from my audience. And they were like, oh, he's horrible. He's awful. He could never have a career in the business. What they didn't know was this was a guy who had just sold how many records?
Oh, God.
10 million?
Something like that. Yeah,
He had a
huge hit.
He had a huge hit going, and they were like, oh, and Simon was like, we oh.
That's him. That's him. Well, the best story, you'll like this. The guy who won America's Got Talent last year, which I know you don't watch, but it was this big ventriloquist guy called Terry Fator. So Simon says, oh, ventriloquist's not going to make me any money. God, forget it. Leaves him, right, to go off and fend for himself.
Right.
2 weeks ago, he signed a $100 million deal at the Mirage in Vegas.
Is that right?
Biggest Vegas deal in 5 years. Yeah.
Simon would not sign
Simon
him.
doesn't get $1. It's one of the funniest stories of the year.
$100 million.
$100 million.
Shows how much he knows.
Why was the guy so good, the ventriloquist? Like, I love ventriloquism.
Well, the twist he had was he does singing impressions himself, and then he does ventriloquism through the puppets. And 2 years ago, he brought them together and does singing impressions through the puppets.
Right.
So the puppets, like turtles, sing Dean Martin, but he's brilliant. And it's an amazing act, but Simon just never got this. To him, he wasn't a singer, he wasn't 19, it was never going to happen.
He's a puppeteer.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah. And Simon could have signed him and actually participated in the $100 million deal.
He could have had a big cut of that money.
He would have been the manager, so to speak.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow, no kidding.
If he'd been a singer, Simon would be laughing all the way to the bank. But because
how do you get a cool job like yours? I think your job is really terrific. That You could sit there every
what
week.
were you doing before?
Yeah.
I was a tabloid newspaper editor for 11 years in England.
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean, you're a legitimate guy. You've been in the business, sort of. And,
Yeah, and I used to write crap about Simon, and he sort of admired my work, and eventually I got fired. I mean, you talk about the guy who's been fired from the baseball team.
So you would write bad things about Simon?
Of course.
And
yeah.
so Simon sort of took you, co-opted you in a way, and brought you into his organization to shut you up.
Yeah, his exact words were, I need somebody even more obnoxious than me to come and judge this show, America's Got Talent, and
Right.
I can't think of anybody more vile than you. So do you want to start Monday? I said, where is he? He said, Hollywood. I said, get me out there.
What are the kinds of things you would write about Simon Cowell? I mean, you found him to be grating and obnoxious?
Yes.
Yes. And you would write that. And now that he is your boss, in a sense...
Now I've had a dramatic sea change of opinion. I think he's a handsome and powerful man.
So everyone can be bought
The worst thing about him is that we went to, you'll know this place, Stringfellows in London, right? It's like the Scores of London.
Right.
It's about a year ago. This sums up my relationship with Simon. So we go in, and all these girls gravitate to Simon, these lap dancers, like a sort of, like the ultimate babe magnet.
Well,
and
he's
I'm
a
sitting
rich
there,
guy.
Right, so I'm sitting there on my own. He's there, worth 150 million, blondes everywhere with pneumatic breasts. And I end up with one lap dancer comes to me who's Polish and wants to read me weird Eastern European poetry. And it just about summed it up. I look at Cal, he's got 17 blondes crawling all over him. I get the Polish lap dancer who wants to read poetry.
But now with the success of the show, you know, you certainly must be getting some... You divorced your wife recently, right?
I did.
Right. You got successful.
Is that part of the success model?
I think it was successful for her, she'd say, yeah.
Yeah. Did you have to give up half of your money?
More.
Really?
More than half. Did that
How
just
much did
break
you
your
Never
heart?
get divorced in England,
What
Howard.
are you worth that you had to give up half?
More than half less than I used to be.
so you're a millionaire, right?
Pardon?
Are you a millionaire?
Dollars or pounds?
Pounds.
Yes. I was both. I was only playing with it.
You know, the thing is, though, as the editor of a newspaper, you don't get paid a lot of money. So I imagine with this TV show, you must be getting paid something.
Yeah, I used to get paid. You get paid pretty well as an editor, but it's nowhere near as much fun. I mean, God, the idea that I now roll around America just abusing people and get paid for it's fantastic.
It is fantastic. So and to be on the game show, you don't really have to sit there and find the talent or do all the work. You just sit there and judge, and then your day is over, right?
Yeah, the only thing is you do need eventually, through all the train wrecks, to find something that is apparent talent. And I must say, the premiere last night was pretty good. I mean, we found 3 acts that I would say, you know, people talk about the success of it and why it's different to Idol. You don't get a show where you have the range of madness and then talent that we had last night.
Someone said in the paper yesterday, the reason your show is better than American Idol is because you, first of all, don't have an age limit. That was the key.
Yes.
That anyone could enter.
Any age, any talent.
Yeah, and they said any talent.
Right.
As,
That's
as we
the
say,
beauty part. That it's not just singers.
a ventriloquist,
we had a guy.
a ventriloquist could not win American Idol at a certain age.
He's not even getting
We had a guy. I think it was Chicago. Came out. He's a 7'2" giant called George. So we said, "Okay, what's your talent, George?" And he says, "Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drink milk through a large straw through my nose and wrap it around my body." Okay, and there's a twist. He said, "He's enormous, this bloke." And the twist was a load of explosives he'd secretly strapped around his stomach began firing off as he drank this milk through his nose. And at the end of it, there was just this sort of stunned silence.
Right.
And I thought then, I'm a perfect judge for this because I'm probably the only person in the world who could claim to be an expert at giants drinking milk through the nose while blowing themselves up. But can you judge that? I mean, can anybody?
But what did you say about the guy? Did you say, well, I can't see this sustaining itself, or did you allow him in the competition?
I used the only phrase I could, which was I've genuinely never seen anything like that before in my life.
What does that mean? Does he get to go on and compete? Or?
Well, I don't want to ruin the fun, but he was actually a very clever actor. He was the kind of guy you'd see at the back of a circus in one of those cages doing weird things.
And
I
that's
liked
interesting, a geek show. So the fact of the matter is that guy could go on and win, couldn't he?
Yeah, you know why? Because he's entertaining.
And he could do something like that every week.
The thing I love about this show compared to the singing shows, you've got to be the best singer, right? The dance shows, you've got to be the best dancer. Our one, you've just got to be incredibly entertaining. Doesn't matter what you do. I don't care, but if you're boring, you're going.
How did you
Is there an audience vote component to it?
Oh, this
no?
is the best thing about it.
Okay.
The audience for this year, we went to these big theatres around America, and there was it was like a Roman amphitheatre.
Right.
And they were able to chant, off, off, off. I mean, it was brutal out there.
They say that's the other strong thing about the show, the chanting, and the audience is really amped up.
It was electrifying. And it's electrifying bad for the bad ones and great for the good ones. And you get this emotional roller coaster goes on in the auditions, which is unlike any other show. I mean, it's a weird thing to be involved in.
I will start watching it. Sharon Osbourne's on. I used to have Sharon on my show.
Sharon loves you.
I used to have Sharon on my show way before America even knew who she was.
Right.
She was very heavy at the time before she had her stomach stapled, and she used to come on and rip people a new a-hole constantly.
Oh, she was a good fighter.
She was a real good fighter. And I got to tell you something. You know, to see her sitting in that position, it's like, wow, you know, we were right. She is good.
yeah.
She's good
She
on
can hold her
television.
own.
She is
'Cause
hilarious.
people used to say to me, why do you have her on? No one knows who she is. I said, she's good.
Yeah, she does a lot of stuff now. But what about David Hasselhoff?
Yeah, now you don't like him, right?
He's just a tool, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you say that to him?
Of course. I wake up in the morning, go to the office and say, David, how are you, tool?
Why
and he
is he a
says,
tool?
Don't call me a tool, you tabloid wanker.
Why
and
is
that's
he a
how
tool,
our day
though?
starts.
But why is he a tool?
No, he's all right. David's quite funny. I mean, he can be funny, right? Don't get me wrong.
Is he funny because he is not in on the
Are
joke?
we laughing at him?
We're laughing at him.
I
right?
think he pretends to get the joke. So he'll go, don't hassle the half, and he'll wear the T-shirts and all this sort of thing. But secretly, he's not laughing.
Does he spend most of his time talking about himself?
Yes.
He does.
Yes.
And so it's an enormous ego, and maybe it's not justified. I mean, it was Baywatch. The guy had a huge career, made a lot of money.
Yeah.
But he did all of these things that I guess people laugh at.
He does weird things. It's like on one of the shows, you've got to have continuity. You've got to wear the same clothes for a day.
Right.
Otherwise, you know, in TV, it looks a bit weird. You turn up in one suit, you end the show in a different one. So one day, he wore the same gear all day, but at half-time, he disappeared for an hour and came back. He'd had a spray tan. So his face had gone a different orange. And it's like, Dave, do you forget it's his one show today? So when you watch it on telly, it'll be like, wow, David Hasselhoff just got a suntan halfway through the show. And there's no explanation. He went, God, I didn't think of that, man. But he's funny. I mean, I tell people, they say, come on, is he really funny? I said, look, it was a day when he came in, and I said to him, I've had a ticket to the Playboy Mansion Midsummer Night's Dream Party. I said, it's fantastic. And he went, my God, man, it's the greatest show ever. He said, the chicks are going to love you, man. And I said, well, yeah, but unfortunately, my girlfriend's here, and I've got to take my girlfriend. And he went, what? And with that, another act came on, and I could see him pondering the enormity of this crime that I was committing. And eventually, at the end of the act, he said, God, man, do you not know the golden rule of the Playboy Mansion? Yeah. You never take sand to the beach.
Right. There you
and
go.
that was funny, right? And I was like laughing, saying, that's a genuinely funny line.
Well, you know what? I happen to agree with him.
Yeah, well, he's right.
What the hell are you doing bringing your girlfriend to the Playboy?
Well, there was a moment about 2 o'clock in the morning in the grotto, and I totally agree with him. But anyway.
I remember when I first heard that line 80 years ago.
Is it that old?
Yeah, it's very old. So what is it like when you now you're having success on American television, you're getting well known, you're no longer just a newspaper editor, you go home and you announce to your wife, look, honey, you're out the door.
It was more a case of that happened 9 years ago. So.
Oh, did it really?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So this is before you were well known.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was well known in Britain, but as a nasty tabloid editor, so I've always been pretty well reviled around the world. There's no problem.
And do you have the hot girlfriend now? I mean, is she
very hot
super,
girlfriend.
Where did you meet this broad?
She's a journalist.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're going to dance with the devil, really, it's just easy.
Newspaper or television?
Newspapers.
The TV ones, I mean, like, you look at these chicks on Fox News, one has better legs and body than the next.
Well, I've told her she's my pre-fame girlfriend.
Right.
Apparently you have to get one of these in Hollywood now. My agent said that you need a pre-fame girlfriend and a really hot one when you really make it. So I said she's got about 6 months, but if it all goes wrong, I'll probably go back crawling to her.
So your new job, really what you're saying to me is it's not as simple as it looks. In other words, yes, you give your opinion, but you really do at the end of the day have to have an educated sort of opinion, and you've got to come up with the goods. You've got to really understand what talent is.
Well, I think you just have to understand. I mean, Simon Cowell is a populist genius.
Right.
He can watch any kind of... I do Britain's Got Talent with him. We're both judges. And his instinct for watching an act after 10 seconds and saying, is this going to work for the public is incredible.
Right.
When I judge it, I tend to do two things. One, you don't want to put just through all the acts that have just got great talent and leave it there. You've got to have entertaining people as well for the semi-finals. But ultimately, you've got to have a final where someone can win and America goes, wow. That was real talent.
Right. We had a judge once. Remember when we did our film festival and we had a judge and we had to give our opinions and stuff like that?
Yes,
and I found it very difficult, actually. It really is, because you do feel the pressure. Like, what if I'm wrong? What if I really don't know?
I mean, I think American judges, from my experience of watching them and working with them, David and Sharon, I'm sure David in particular, but he doesn't like getting booed by the audience. He doesn't like being critical. And I get that. Americans are basically nicer people than Brits. The reason we all get farmed out here on this evil Brit judge factory is because we are more comfortable with saying to people, that was terrible. You know, because we're just
It's a
blunter.
hard thing to do, to say to someone, you really have no talent.
Yeah, but I think it's a fairer thing to do. The worst thing to me is to say to someone who's terrible, hey, you were really good, you got potential. They
Because
go
then
away
they
and say,
waste their lives chasing
living a dream they
living
can't
a
have.
dream.
Yeah.
You did The Apprentice.
I did.
That was fun?
It was a month on the streets of New York.
Why
with
did everyone
a
hate
bunch of D-list wackos? It was great.
Yeah, but why did everyone hate you? People were threatening to quit the show because they couldn't stand to be with
the only
you.
ones who wanted to quit the show because of me were the New Yorkers, and I thought they were a disgrace to their city.
Who is a New Yorker? Stephen
Baldwin. I mean, he spent half the time lecturing me about God, and then the other half he'd be saying, God, man, when I was a Hellraiser, I had 10 hookers in Vegas. I was like, well, make your mind that way.
Yeah, right.
Which side of the fence are you going to dance, Steve?
He wanted you to know he once had a life.
Yeah, and then Vinny Pastore morphed into Don Corleone, and every 2 minutes he'd go, you better watch your back next time you're in New York. And I said, eventually I said, you are not Don Corleone, right?
That's
you're
a
Vinny
character.
Pastore, all right? You're a soprano by day, but by night you're just
So
blown.
you're saying that Vinny Pastore now thinks he's a real soprano?
Yes.
And you're saying that Stephen Baldwin's religion is...
I think he had complex issues about which side of the fence he wanted to
Do you think he's
dance.
really religious, or is this a shtick to get him some attention?
I wouldn't question his integrity in
would.
the religion. Why don't we? You're right. I think it probably is. Yeah,
I think it's a load of
Why are
horse
you going to
shit.
be nice now?
I think he wants to be. I think he wakes up on a Sunday morning, he turns on his telly, and he sees these guys going blah 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 and making millions, and he thinks he wants a piece of the action. It's my honest view.
You have said that being on The Apprentice, that Ivanka, the daughter, Donald's daughter, is so beautiful that you almost couldn't concentrate on being on the show.
I couldn't. She was dazzling.
Stunning. What a catch, huh?
Oh my God! And single, someone told me, right?
Yes.
I mean, that could be my next reality TV show.
Did you put the moves on her at all?
I tried everything, but she was batting me away firmly.
Would you consider dating her? Is she too young
Ivanka, if she begged me, but she'd have to beg.
How old a girl are we talking about? Is she 20-something, right?
I think she's like mid-20s.
How old a guy are you, may I ask?
I'm 43, but I look
43.
younger, right?
So would you date a girl in her mid-20s?
I have dated a girl in my mid-20s.
You have no problem with that?
Absolutely none at all.
Right. So how low will you go? Will you go to 18 years old?
22.
22 is your cutoff. And Ivanka fits the bill.
Absolutely.
What a catch that is,
She
Maron.
would be. I mean,
good looking, money, the
Donald
whole
at the
deal.
wedding.
Smart.
If she's listening. Actually, the funniest moment in The Apprentice involved you. You
How's
probably
that?
don't even know this, but eventually I was going on at Baldwin. We had to get a charity auction going and get people helping and everything else. And I was getting Simon Cowell, the Duchess of York, Andrew Lloyd Webber, all these people. Bang, 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 bang. Nothing from Baldwin. So we went out one night to go and sell tickets to the auction. Didn't sell a ticket, having trawled the clubs for 3 weeks. I said, it's your town. Surely you can find one person you know will buy a ticket. Anyway, eventually he said, okay, I know what we're going to do. We're going to get some publicity on Howard Stern. He's an old friend. He'll take me on. Blah, blah. So we set up this thing downstairs with your guys, and we're waiting there with the cameras. And I know what's going to happen. And as the seconds tick by and the minutes go by, and Stephen's just praying you call him, right? He's just praying. Please, Howard.
Blew him off.
Save my career. And at the last minute, it was like, something's just come up. And he just sat there staring into space. And I was like, so you're only... Cool. The only contact you said you had in New York just blew up on you.
Oh, man.
I blew
You
him.
waste
That's great.
of space.
I had no idea I did that.
You brought me so much pleasure, Howard.
Now you know a lot of people from being an editor at a newspaper and all this stuff. The story goes that you are the man responsible for introducing Paul McCartney to Heather Mills.
It's completely true.
Do you feel bad about
How did you know Heather Mills?
I was editor of the Daily Mirror, one of the big tabloids in England, and we had an event called the Pride of Britain Awards in 1999. And it was like a sort of saluting of ordinary people with big stars, presenting them heroic awards and so on. And Heather Mills came and made a speech, and Paul McCartney hadn't appeared in public since Linda died about a year before. And he turned up halfway through the lunch, sits next to me, and it's like an amazing moment. Everyone goes crazy. Heather Mills gets up and makes this inspiring speech about landmines and so on. And you actually see it's a video clip where Paul McCartney nudges me with his elbow and he says, "Who's this?" And to my utter undying shame as a Beatles fan, I tell him, this girl's great and she's this and she's a vegetarian and she's got long blonde hair, and you do the maths. And afterwards they met and they got
Were
on
you
really well.
surprised that he was attracted to a girl with one leg? Seriously, I'm very shallow. That's a tough
Did she know?
Do you know, in all honesty, yes, I'm with you on that. I find it a bit weird. But
Did he know at that time that she had one leg?
I don't know at the time. I don't know about that. I do know that he knew that he thought she was quite a nice person and not the greedy, grasping little gold-digging hoe that she turned out to be. So I would like to publicly apologise to Paul McCartney because
Have you seen him since?
Yeah, I keep apologising. He keeps reassuring me and sort of comforting me and saying, "Don't worry, man." I said, "Look, I saw his daughter last week and she just shook her head at me and said, why? Why us? Why did you choose our family?"
Right. Stella McCartney hated.
Stella's very cool
But
guy.
she hated her.
Yeah, and she said, "Dad, what the hell are you doing with this woman?" And of course, the more we found out about Heather, the worse it got. And
Yeah.
the good news, though, from your point of view, is that she's decided she's so hated in Britain. She's the most hated woman in British history now after skinning him for $50 million.
Right.
She's coming to America where she says, quotes, "They love me over there." So congratulations, New York. You're getting Heather Mills.
So you were duped in a sense. You were not a good judge of her.
Do you know what? I was taken in like he was, and she was very, very good at that. She would make out she was this great charity fundraiser, and she was an honest woman. But in the end,
How soon did you realize it was a big mistake? How long did it take you?
I think it was when they got married. Even then, it seemed okay. But there was. I was getting feedback from people who know Paul McCartney saying that she was getting very irritated that all the attention was going to Paul when they went out.
Right, that's what I
And it was like, and eventually it was quite funny when the divorce papers came out and you saw just how she was trying to get like 500 million or something. It was ridiculous.
Right.
So I wrote this piece in my newspaper column in England, just tearing into this gold digger. And at the end of it, it published, and she rang me. And she went screaming, "What have you done?" I was a screaming banshee. And she said, "God." And then eventually she stopped in mid-thing. Because I said, "Well, I'm not putting up with you talking to me like this." I said, "You're just a greedy gold digger," and that's the end of it. And she said, "What?" And eventually she calmed down. She said, I know what it is." And that Geordie voice of it. "I know what it is. You're a Paul fan, aren't you? Aren't you?" And I sort of paused and I said, "Well, Heather, you know what it's like?" So on the one hand, we got a guy who wrote yesterday, "Hey Jude" and the Beatles. On the other hand, we have you, a gold-digging little bimbo, trying to skim him for all the profits of Hey Jude. It's not a difficult one, is it, love?
Right.
What? Bang! Boom! And that was it.
That was the end of it.
End of a beautiful relationship.
So was the divorce her plan all along, do you think?
It would be very cynical to think, but let's just say she's got a bit of form for taking old men to the cleaners, Howard.
And how did you become so friendly with Paul McCartney?
I was just a big Beatles fan, and we used to do stuff with him on the Daily Mirror. And Daily Mirror is sort of working class Labour, left-wing paper in Britain, and it was very much his kind of roots from Liverpool.
So
and
he liked the paper and he became friendly with you.
Yeah,
and you can ring him up anytime. He's that much.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I mean, if I meet him, apart from apologising consistently, which I do, because he says to me, "Thanks, pal, you cost me $58 million." You know?
Yeah, you're a very expensive friend.
You should chip in a bit.
Yeah.
What? Also, you mentioned that when you were a newspaper editor, you interviewed George Michael, the famous George Michael, and he confessed to you that he had sex with more than 500 men in the last 7 years. Is that right?
It wasn't an interview. I went to a dinner party. And I've been told you can be quite indiscreet. Anyway, this is about 3-4 years ago, and we sit there. There's about 8 of us, and bear in mind that I was there, and so was the editor of The Sun, who's another outrageous tabloid in Britain. You'd think he'd just show a little bit of discretion. Anyway, a few bottles of wine later, suddenly he just unburdens himself, and it's like he'd slept with 500 guys in the previous 7 years.
What's his thing? He likes it in the behind, or he likes anal, or what is his thing?
I think his thing is Hampstead Heath on a Friday night at midnight. Anything goes, Howard. So if you're in London, if you want to go to Hampstead Heath, you know what you're going to get. George Michael, very, very hot under the collar, right? But it was like that. He was being blackmailed by a male French hooker. He then began to name all the famous celebrities, some of whom were heterosexual to the public, who'd slept with his boyfriend. So by now we're like, what?
Wow. He's telling this to you, who is a tabloid reporter.
Yeah, and afterwards, of course, I obviously put it all in my book, and he was like, "How could you be so indiscreet?" I was like, "George, you invite 2 tabloid editors to your dinner party. You then tell us you slept with 500 guys. What do you think we're going to do? It's like putting a big lion into a cage and chucking it some raw meat, you know?"
But people continually invite you to these dinner parties.
They do.
And yet you can be obnoxious at the dinner party. For example, you were invited to Madonna and Guy Ritchie's home, and you said to Guy Ritchie, "Hey, you used to be a bartender. Go get me a drink."
Well, he was a bartender. He was my bartender. I live in a place called Wandsworth in South London. And the Guy Ritchie I knew used to be the deputy. He wasn't even the head barman. He was the deputy head barman of a place called Joe's Brasserie. And I used to go in there and click my fingers, and this guy would run off and get me my beer. Next time I see him, unbelievably, he's standing next to Madonna. And I was like, what? So I go to a guy called Marco Pierre White. He's a famous chef, right? He's doing a show at the moment for NBC. And great guy. I saw him last night. night. Marco had a 40th birthday party in which he invited 40 guests.
Right.
And 2 of them are Madonna and Guy Ritchie. So I've had a few drinks by now, and I'm thinking, well, could be quite funny. So as Madonna, grim-faced, not drinking, doing a bit of Kabbalah and aerobics, the usual kind of crap, as she does all that stuff, she walks past, and there's already been, she's in a bad mood because there was an outrageous comedian called Bernard Manning.
Yeah.
Remember Bernard Manning?
Not really.
I mean, the most offensive, racist, sexist pig you'd met in your life. And he'd done his half-hour turn, and I remember because Madonna had this cap on, like a racing cap. And after about 20 minutes, she obviously wasn't laughing. Guy Ritchie was laughing. She wasn't laughing at all. And he just looked down at her and he went, "You're right, love." He didn't know who the hell she was. And he went, "You know what you look like?" And there's a famous jockey in England called Lester Piggott, right? Famous jockey. And she went, "You look like fucking Lester Piggott's sister." Like this. And Madonna just sat there in this cloth cap, dying of death, and everyone was howling at her. So she was already in a bad mood. So as they got up to walk around, I just said, "Hey, Guy, for old time's sake, mate, get the beers in, can you?" And he was laughing. She was incandescent. I mean,
wow. You find her attractive?
Not at all, mate.
Not a good-looking woman.
I mean, never has been.
You don't like her.
And you know what? 50 years old. Put the clothes back on, love. Yeah?
Is Guy Ritchie a...
He's all right. He's a cool guy.
A good guy.
I like him.
Do you think he's in the marriage because he's in love with Madonna, or is he a guy who wants to...
I think you'd have to be in love to stay in there that long. I mean, I like Guy Ritchie. He's a good bloke. I just find her it's just demeaning to be doing it at 50. Put the clothes back on. Let your kids do it. You know what I mean?
That's right. She's too old for that.
Yeah.
Did you put the guys that George Michael outed in your book?
Well, I couldn't put them all in because some of them it would have been a bit of a surprise to their wives.
Who'd you put in there?
Who did we put in there? I think I better be careful here. I mean,
Did you get sued over the book?
No, because I was careful
Are there
about
different laws here and there? Has your book been published here?
I just don't think it'd be wise for me to start rattling off the names of famous Hollywood men who are married.
Only the ones that are in your book.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think who we put in there.
Maybe you better be careful.
I think I better be careful. Let's put it this way, Howard. I'm happy to name them.
That's great stuff. Well, Piers, you're doing well. Let's face it. Piers Morgan is on America's Got Talent Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock on NBC. You're clearly in the zone. I mean, it sounds like you're becoming America's favorite.
I don't like that. Say that again.
America's favorite.
Thank you, Howard.
Piers Morgan, I'm happy to meet you.
Can I say I've met everyone, right? Nelson Mandela, the Queen of England, Tony Blair, Arnold Schwarzenegger. When they told me Howard Stern wanted me on his show, greatest moment of my career.
Oh, isn't that
Kid
great?
you not.
Thank you.
Read your book, watched the movie, listened to your shows back in England. This is the career highlight.
And how and where are you living now?
I live in London and then LA most of the time doing the talent show. And
you got a big house? I mean, you must have a big spread, right?
Of course.
Unbelievable.
Getting bigger by the year, and when I get one as big as yours, I'll be dying a happy man.
And you've had sex with 2 women at the same time?
No.
Not yet.
No, but I'm hoping if I hang out with you a bit, I might get a bit nearer that.
You're a judge. How are you in the sack?
Very, very, very good. I asked Lennox Lewis that question because Lennox was on The Celebrity Apprentice, and I do interviews for GQ magazine, and I always say to everybody, "Are you good in bed?" Right? It's just a great question because whatever they say,
Lennox Lewis, the boxer,
and Lennox just went, "No." I looked forward. I went, "You don't argue with Lennox." And he went, "No," and there was a long pause, and he went, "I'm great."
What makes a man great in bed?
Stamina, willpower, selflessness. Forget all that. You just got to be hung like a donkey, right?
Are you hung like a donkey?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
How many inches?
How many are you?
You want the honest truth?
Yeah.
Robin, what was I? I was just about 6 inches.
Just under 6, right? Just
How many?
Under.
Just about 6 inches.
Oh, I'm bigger than you. That's all that matters.
Really?
If I die, I want my epitaph to say, hung better than Howard Stern. That'll be fine for me.
Ever urinate on a woman?
No.
Never?
Never.
What's the weirdest thing you ever
I had that conversation earlier. Not happy about that.
What is
very uncomfortable. Drinking a cup of coffee at 8 in the morning. I don't want to hear that kind of filth, Howard.
What is the weirdest thing you ever did with a woman?
I don't really do weird things.
Was your buttocks ever eaten by a woman? Tongue right
We
up
always have the impression that the British are kinky.
We're not that kinky. I suspect Simon's kinkier than me.
Is it true that Lennox Lewis is a great chess player?
He's a fantastic chess player.
Are you a fantastic chess player?
I thought I was. We played chess every day on The Apprentice to while away the boring hours when Vinnie Pastore was dying of a heart attack and Stephen Baldwin was telling us about hookers in Vegas and then preaching to us. And we played chess every day. We played 39 games.
Chess is a big game in England.
And I love chess. I was my school chess champion. Played it all my life.
What is your rating?
Well, I don't know what rating is here. We don't really do it that way we are. But I'm not bad at chess.
Right.
Lennox beat me 38 times out of 39.
Wow.
And what he did to make it worse...
You must have been shocked because he's a boxer. I mean,
exactly. And
right.
he says his mum taught him and his mum's better than he is. But the great thing about Lennox is he couldn't stop showboating. So just before he made the crucial move to beat me, he'd stand up and then very slowly walk around the room like a kind of funeral march.
What a dick.
And it was like, so I would be thinking, I've got him, I've got the bastard, right? I'm in here, bang. Went in to get it, and suddenly he'd get up, and I'd go, not again, where's he going? And this slow walk around the room. I mean, terrible gloating.
Would you play the game with time controls, or there were no time controls?
Well, we had days to spare, so there was no time control. But he plays chess like he boxed. So he's very, very cunning. He's very quick with a jab. Boom, 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 boom. And before you know it, you're just all over the place.
Really?
He's a fantastic chess player. I mean, he would be able to give any serious chess player a game.
Do you ever play chess on the internet?
I'm going to start playing with him on the internet because he lives mainly in Jamaica now.
I see.
But
he's
terrific.
Okay, I won't get too into the chess thing, but I'm always curious because
Howard, you should play Piers.
You should play Piers.
I would love to play Piers.
I would love to
You guys
play.
should have your own internet league.
You play chess?
I do.
We should have a game.
I enjoy the game.
I think we should get Lennox in because he's brilliant.
Well, we will have a little round robin.
Let's
won't
get
we?
Lennox. Next time he's in New York, let's get it on. Let's have the Howard Stern Chess Championship.
Let's go, man. Come on.
We'll get Heather Mills. Yeah, we'll get
Yes.
George Michael.
All right.
That way we're going to get loads of stories, and she's going to skim us for our money. Perfect.
Well, I've never actually played someone of regular intelligence. I only play retarded people in chess.
Yeah.
And I always win.
But
You'll do well with me.
As long as someone has a low IQ.
Let me ask Piers something. Do you think it takes away from the fun to play on the internet? Because Howard doesn't play with a board ever, right?
Well,
I would like to. First of all, in America, you can't find anyone to play on a board. So I go on this ICC, the Internet Chess Club.
Yeah, I know
It's
it.
a
I know it.
worldwide thing, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go on and you play different people. I would love to play somebody in person.
Go down to Washington Square Park.
Well,
The
no,
trouble
but
is, if you
go to
don't
those
play
clubs.
with a real board, you can't chuck everything everywhere when you lose, which is
Right.
quite a pleasure sometimes. I think, isn't
Yes,
it? It
yes,
is.
Yes. Do you get embarrassed when Lennox Lewis beats you 32 times?
Oh my God, it was humiliating. But I
Yeah.
thought I may as well write about this. I wrote about being beaten by Lennox at chess, and it was like, it was funny. Some people were like, "Well, don't be so surprised. Not all boxers are thick." Lennox is one of the sharpest guys I've ever met, and that's why he, in the end, it's interesting. Walking around New York with Lennox Lewis, because I've loved boxing all my life. And I'd forgotten, obviously, he knocked out Mike Tyson. And this was the big New York hero, and it was the biggest reaction to any human being I've walked with ever. It was incredible. And the respect for the guy, because he only got knocked out twice, Lennox Lewis. And both times he said to me, I went back and I beat those people.
Right.
And that was very important to him. So he beat everybody there was to beat. And it was this chess mind all the time, always 3 moves ahead. Great guy. The other great guy who I heard you do on here was Tito Ortiz.
Yes.
What a charming guy he was. Again, much smarter than you'd think.
Yes.
And he's got Jenna
very good.
Jameson.
Yes, he does. And who knows what goes on there. Well, let me tell you. Here's a couple of people who want to say hi to Piers. And then, Jeff the Drunk, go ahead quickly.
Oh, geez. Yeah, hi, Piers.
Hey, Jeff.
I was watching the show last night. The opera singer was awesome.
He was fantastic, wasn't he?
You're saying is someone who sings the opera was good?
It was better than that. It's a guy who, by day, sells insurance, this guy, Neil, right? And then he just ripped into Nessun Dorma by Pavarotti. It was awesome. The word is there.
Nessun Dorma by Pavarotti is my favorite.
I can't believe Jeff the Drunk knows this kind of music.
Trust me, Nessun Dorma is going to be huge.
Marianne from Brooklyn, you're on the air.
I absolutely love you on the Celebrity Apprentice. You against Omarosa. You stood up to Donald Trump.
Thank you.
Show. I'm a big fan of Simon. I absolutely adore you. And Howard, my Baba Booey song is on its way. Maybe Piers could judge it.
Yes, hurry up with those Baba Booey songs. Yes, Brandon, go ahead.
Hey, Howard, love you guys, man.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say, Piers, man, I've never heard of you before, dude, and you're a fucking funny motherfucker.
Well,
there you
fuck
go.
you very much indeed. Howard had never heard of me before.
Well, Piers is
Crushing
coming on
blow.
strong. He's coming on strong. In a couple of years, we won't even be able to get him on the show.
You'll always get me, Howard. I'm
There you
literally,
go.
I said to your producer earlier, I'm available not just now, but every day you ever want me.
Well, Piers, we might have to have you come in here and judge something the next time we do it.
And I'm available for anything.
All right, excellent. Piers, you're a good guy. I appreciate you coming on the show. Piers Morgan, America's Got Talent, Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock on NBC. He's living large with the big house, the girlfriend, and he hates Stephen Baldwin, I think.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's got a license to print pussy, this guy. This is nice.
It does, doesn't it? You're right.
It
Yeah.
sure does.
Unfortunately, I love my girlfriends. There may be a bit of a problem.
Do you have any Playboy Playmates in your past?
Well, Tiffany Fallon was on the show. She was lovely.
But you
unfortunately, well, she slightly ruined things by announcing on day one she's pregnant.
But you didn't
by a
make love to her.
multi-millionaire rock star.
Oh, there you
It killed everything. On every level, I was finished.
All right, Piers, we'll take a break. Thanks for coming in, and
Hey.
good luck with the show. I hear it's doing great.
It was
America's-
seriously a pleasure. Thank
All right,
you.
Thanks, Piers.
Piers,
Survived, Howard.
how was
Survived,
that, man?
Fantastic.
Looks like you made a new fan and a chess partner.
Well, I'm going to be playing chess with Howard and Lennox, and I feel like we've just bonded, lifetime relationship.
So what did you like about doing Howard's show?
We can say what the hell you like, can't you? It's fantastic. And he just goes with it. In fact, the more disgusting and depraved you get, the more he likes it. And that was brilliant. You know what? Howard's a legend. I mean, in my neck of the woods back in London, all we know about Howard is there's one DJ in the world worth going on, is Howard Stern. He's the number one. And I've done a lot of radio, a lot of TV in my life. Now I've done Howard Stern. I can die a happy man.
All right, man. It was a great interview. Thanks for stopping by.
How about drinking? You drinking anymore?
Oh, me? No, I quit drinking, dude.
You never gonna drink again?
Nope.
You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant? Just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go.
What, Chinese place, you mean?
Yeah, the bar they got in the back.
Oh, the Chinese bar?
Yeah, we'll get a shot. We'll stop and get a shot right now. And a beer.
Okay. I don't mind.
About your coworkers. And learning about Sal is just such a gold mine. I mean, the guy's so fucked up. This is a song, you know, Sal used to fancy himself a rapper, but I mean, like before he was with us and everything.
He really was serious about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, this song is so whacked out. This was a song that Sal did in 1992 with his old band. And I don't know how Gary got a hold of it. This is the greatest. You talk about old school Italians.
Is this the rap band? Or
His rap band.
Okay.
This song is called Free John Gotti.
Can I just give you the name of the band?
Yeah, what is it?
The Pizza Connection.
Yeah, because Sal worked at a
Of course.
pizzeria.
There was a bunch of guys who worked in pizzerias.
You got, I mean, listen to the thoughts behind this. Like, you got to question, like, what fucking mental case writes a song like this?
How did we not find out about this?
This is the greatest song ever.
He wouldn't tell us.
John Gotti was framed. It's the government to blame, not a U.S. attorney's got a claim to fame. A hero to most, we toast and salute him. Others get close, step off, go and shoot him. Teflon Don, he'll never be a con. 12 more people are sure to be God. No justice, so we bust it straight in your face. Respect John Gotti, the Italian race.
Respect John Gotti, the Italian race. That's something else. Write a song about Christopher Columbus.
They were respecting John Gotti.
Yeah. Wow. Free John Gotti. Respect John Gotti, the Italian race. Like, who writes a song defending John Gotti? Listen, what do I know? But first of all, Sal goes, the Teflon Don
He'll
will
never be a con.
He'll never be a con. Meanwhile, he was a con. Probably Sal jinxed him once he wrote the song. And secondly, I mean, well, out of all the Italians you could pick to honor in a song, why would you defend John Gotti?
Could he come in and give us his rationale?
I mean, it's unbelievable.
I'm sure there's some serious thought behind it.
Oh, very serious.
When he explains it, it'll just get worse. I think the other song you wrote, the follow-up hit, was Al Capone was a sweetheart.
Hey, I'm getting notes here, from everybody. Somebody said, you know, Sal said his dad loved the song and thought it was going to make the family millions.
Yeah. My dad heard it. He goes, man, this is going to bail us out.
That's when you knew you had nothing.
Why would you write this?
You know, I don't know.
Was he a hero of yours? I mean, be honest.
I think when I was young, I was a little naive. I don't know
Is this
if
the
that
kind
really
of talk you heard about around the house, like John Gotti's a good man?
Oh yeah, that's all my dad would talk about. I mean, this guy was like Jesus Christ in our house.
Really?
Oh yeah. Well, my dad's an old school Sicilian, and he used to play cards with those guys back in the day.
But he certainly knew that they were up to criminal activity, right? So what is that mentality where you know a guy's up to criminal activity, but you think he's
great.
He's great.
You know, I think you know,
I don't get that.
With my father, as long as you put a buck on the table, was a buck on the table. You know, as long as you provide.
No matter what you do.
No matter what the situation was, yeah. There's a lot of things about my dad that I'm finding out now that's just crazy. I can't even fathom
You know what? Giselle grew up in this bizarro world, and we wonder why he's bizarre.
Oh, he's so sick. Sal is so sick.
My dad used to come home with white bag, like, you know those white bakery bags?
Yeah.
You know, like 2 o'clock in the morning with 2 bags of cash and sit at the table and start laying it out on the table, like stacks of money. And
he was
nobody
a pizza
would.
owner.
Yeah, and nobody would question it, you know. And then one day he'd just come home with a new boat and stuff, and then the boat would disappear.
What was he up to?
We never even went on the boat.
We had a boat. Now we don't have a boat.
You'd have a boat, and then the next day you didn't have a boat.
We had the boat he brought the boat to my grandmother's house, and he put it in the backyard. He's like, hey, we got a new boat and everything else. And all of a sudden, we were like, we couldn't wait to go on the boat. And about a month later, the boat disappeared. They're like, Dad, what happened to the boat? Never mind the boat.
Don't bring up the boat.
Shut up. Right. So,
Mayday.
I think with the rap stuff, I mean, I was talking to my cousin Vinny also had a pizzeria as well. It sounds so cliche.
Pizzeria.
Yeah, pizzeria. And
pizzeria.
You're no longer in the vortex. You can get out of it and say pizzeria.
Yeah, that's how normal people say pizza.
You're an idiot.
Pizza.
And he was just like, hey, you know, I don't know how to put this, but he's like, you know, they make rap songs. They're making a shitload of money. We're Italian. We should be able to do the same thing. We could do this better. We're smarter. We're brighter. Look, you know, this Gotti guy. You know, we gotta do something. So, you know, the fucking light bulb goes above my stupid head. I'm like, hey, how about a free John Gotti song? And that's how this came.
Did your dad put up the money for the production and everything?
No, this was real cheap. This is so bad.
What do you mean real cheap? Where would you do this? It sounds like there's some production on it.
I did this in a studio in...
So who paid for the studio time, your dad?
I think me and my cousin Vinny split this one.
What'd this cost you?
About $700. And back then it was a lot of money, actually.
Free John Gotti. Listen, goodbye, I'm talking serious stuff. Nobody walks on us, so it's time to get tough. Sammy the Bull, but that's nothing but bullshit. Brandon a milk out, went out like a rat. Lies about a legend, a man you befriended. Don't you worry, son, good things will be ended. Open your ears and eyes, and people listen. Cause Usher's here, and on a mission. John Gotti's not guilty, so let him go free. Unless you like to buy a plot in Sicily.
Oh, man. Richard, that's Richard's favorite line.
I can picture you sending this to John Gotti. I'm sure you did.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we were driving through the streets of Brooklyn and Howard Beach blasting this. People looked at us like we were fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Nobody came up and said, where can I get that?
No, nobody at all. This went absolutely nowhere but in the garbage immediately.
You didn't get any attention with it?
No.
Nothing?
No. I kind
of... on those wicked keyboards.
One finger.
And your old man was pretty sure this was it, huh?
Oh, man, he was on cloud nine. He thought I was like the birth of Elvis.
Did he bring it around at some radio stations and stuff?
No, he did nothing. You know, he just left everything up to me, but...
No.
And here it is.
Good move.
Good move. Here's how sick Sal's, dementia is. He's whacked out of his skull. So Sal brought me a clip. You know, Sal likes to watch women getting peed on, like it turns him on.
And spit on.
So Sal brings me this clip. This is a chick getting pissed on, basically.
What websites are you watching?
Oh, wait, you got to hear this. Wait, this is Sal. Do you know about this?
He told
Richard
me.
taped it.
I refused to listen to it because it...
All right, this is Toilet Mouth. This is the clip.
That's going into her mouth.
Right.
Holy shit.
So Sal's in the
John
office.
Gotti's less offensive.
Look at his reaction. He loves it.
It was like pouring a cup of coffee. He was just frothing at the top and pouring over.
It did sound like a Maxwell House commercial.
So even Richard Christie gets creeped out by Sal because Sal sits and watches these pornos, and he, the reason he watches them is he loves them.
likes them.
He likes them, and so Richard
He calls it work.
Richard put on the tape recorder, the taping equipment,
Right.
unbeknownst to Sal, and this is Sal watching the video
And
you
commenting?
He's in ecstasy. You got to hear this. Listen carefully. This is Sal watching a woman getting pissed on.
What websites are you watching?
Right now?
Yeah.
ppgalore.com. This one's hot. I love when they shoot a stream right in their face and like their eyes squint and burn. She looks retarded, which is hot too. She doesn't know what's going on. She just wants that piss.
Looks like an old lady.
That's even better.
To the guy.
So far, he's getting turned on by the fact that the piss is burning her eyes out.
And she might be retarded.
And she might be retarded, which is hot.
She looks like an old lady, which is hot.
And he likes old ladies.
Guys ever piss and come at the same time?
No. I love when a guy comes on a girl's face and then another dude will come over and rinse it off with a good pissing.
Oh my god.
I could jerk off to that in 10 seconds. This is the best one. The vagina's shooting the pee in her face while she's blowing a guy at the same time. This is the best. Watch how she beams her right in the face. Oh, that's it. Atta girl. Take it. Oh, Jesus in heaven. I wish I could jerk off at work again. This is depraved teens pissing sex. They don't look like teenagers. I don't like them young. I like them old.
Well, that's something.
Let me type in piss. I like when they look like shit, like the girl next door, because that's the girl who's saying, hey, you know, I got nothing better going on in my life. I need to get peed on for attention. Like a hot chick, is just doing it for the money. This is hot.
By the way, this is what goes on back in their office all day. That office I built them.
Oh, my God. Would you close that down?
This is the conversation. That's been condemned.
Yeah.
Richard.
What's going on?
Oh my God, he's frothing up her mouth. It's bubbles. It's like her mouth is overflowing like a volcano of piss. Oh man. Oh, I gotta hear the sound on this one. What a fucking pig.
Meanwhile, so this
man, that's disturbing.
This is a girl doing what you want. Now she's a fucking pig.
Well, that's what
he likes about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he hates women so much.
No,
I got to tell you something.
I so admire them. I so admire them.
Sal, just get used to the idea. Just twist it and take it in.
Anybody's willing to get peed on in the mouth.
You don't think this is
really
like your whole, not to play psychiatrist here, but the older women, your mother, pissing on her face. You're angry with your mom for not standing up to your dad. Come on, man.
True.
Come on, man.
I'm angry at my mom.
I don't have to be Sigmund Freud to figure this one out.
I don't know.
Not too many guys sit there and go, I wish I could beat off watching a woman drink piss. I mean, it's a weird thing.
Yeah, Sal, I'm telling you, there's nothing sexual about that to me at all.
And then to say, I want some guy to come on her and then another guy to wash it off with piss.
That is the hottest.
You see, that's what I'm saying, man. You're so...
But I'm not into shit or anything. I'm not into scat or fecal stuff.
And what was the thing you liked? The woman is pissing?
Oh, this was wonderful. This girl was on her knees, and she's giving a guy oral sex. And as she's doing it, there's another girl in a chair with her legs up, and she's shooting a stream of piss right in her face while she's blowing this guy at the same time. It's like she's being showered with urine and blowing this guy.
And that gets you completely crazy.
It drives me... I can't even explain.
What do you think it is?
It's amazing. I mean,
with me, I couldn't beat off to that for 100 years.
I don't know what it is. I think that when a woman is willing to succumb to something like that degrading, I think it's a turn on.
Right. So you don't think you want to degrade women? You do. How you feel about you're angry with your wife, you're angry with your mother, you're angry with all the women.
Do you think little girls sit there and say to themselves, boy, if somebody really loves me, they'll pee on me?
You think secretly they want that?
In Sal's world, they do.
In Germany, they do. I mean, I don't know.
Is that where most of these videos come from?
Yeah.
No. You think little girls grow up in Germany wanting to be pissed on?
I don't know.
That's their dream.
Next time you see Heidi Klum, ask her.
I'm not running a farm of pee girls.
Did you ever get to piss on a woman after you came?
No, never.
But that would be a fantasy of yours.
Maybe a little bit.
Wash off your cum with your piss.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Yeah,
you would love that.
I think I'd rather watch
What part of it do you think you like? When it burns their eyes?
Not necessarily burn. I don't want them to be hurt. I don't like to see anybody hurt, but I like the fact that, they're willing to, put themselves in that situation. Like, they're so horny and so dirty and so psychotic that they're willing to get pee in their eyes for you. I mean, that is to me, that's the ultimate sacrifice.
They're psychotic.
I have to beg for a hand job at home. You got a girl who's goggling piss on video for millions of people to see. You got to applaud somebody like that.
Do you? All right, Ben, you're on the air in Williston, North Dakota.
Hey, Mega Dildos, Howard.
Mega Dildos.
Sal, listen, I thought this was like an act for you until that that Richard recording that without unbeknownst to you, you're fucked up, dude. Seriously, you need help.
He does. Yeah, I mean, the reason that...
I can't understand how... Jesus Christ, your wife must be out of her mind to stay with you.
Well, the reason that tape is so powerful, a lot of people think Sal's a shtick, but he's not. I mean, that's him sitting... He doesn't know a tape's going.
Well, I do research for the show, Ben, and when I watch these videos, you know, you're going to comment on them.
But you're doing research and you want to go jerk off? That's not research, Sal. That is you saying, I love this. This isn't research. If I didn't work for the Stern Show, I'd be at home jerking off right now to this shit.
Well, no, I wouldn't be.
Or for Howard Stern.
No, I wouldn't be some creep in a basement jerking off to pee porn. Look, if pee porn wasn't
pee porn.
If pee porn wasn't popular, Howard, it wouldn't be all over the
internet. Is that
internet.
what it's called, pee porn?
Well, pee porn.
We pee fetishists call it pee porn.
If pee porn wasn't popular...
Say that 10 times fast.
All right, Sal, thank you. I just want to give people a glimpse into your world.
I think there's plenty of people out there who enjoy piss porn. It's been around for quite some time.
Would you like to piss on your wife?
Nah.
What?
Why not?
Would you like to piss on your wife and watch her drink it?
No. Not her.
Would you?
I'm at a point now, I hate to say, I'm at a point now where I feel uncomfortable to ask my wife anything.
Would you like to jack your load off on her face and piss in it?
Like it.
Come on, wouldn't you like to jack off on her face and then piss on her and wash it off?
Not hers. A few others, but not hers.
What about Robin? Would you like to do that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well,
Especially,
I think you'd better try your wife first.
The glaze against the brown skin, it would glisten like a Christmas tree.
You better try your wife first.
Right.
Because it could be dangerous with you.
All right, thank you,
But
Sal.
it's not I don't think it's that a big of a deal. Pee porn is out there. It does exist. You know, I'm not into vomiting or anything like that or shit. Or
child porn, kiddie porn exists.
Yeah, wait, to make that comparison.
Richard told me to find that website. Sal Googled the words piss and MILF.
Yeah.
MILF.
A lot of MILFs these days. I want to say something to the porn industry. They're misleading with MILFs. They're taking young girls and they're making them look older.
And you don't like that.
No, they have to look saggy and, you know.
He wants all
there was a MILF in the paper, the Daily News, they were doing, you know, like the newspaper guys go down to the beach and they shoot an attractive girl at the beach. This chick was playing in the ocean with her kid, and boy, oh boy, was she hot. She was some milfowitz.
These cougars are phenomenal, Howard. You know why? I figured it out. They're trying to keep up with the young hot chicks. You know what I mean? So they.
Wow, Sal figured this out.
Go ahead, let me hear what you figured out.
No, but when you see these cougars, they really stand out at clubs. They stand out at bars. They're the ones holding the glass of wine. They want to make everyone aware that they're wild, they're crazy. So,
is your wife a cougar?
Maybe to other people.
No, but I'm saying, do you see her that way? Like she's getting the pink in the hair. She's got 3 kids at home, but she's running around to bars and
she's trying to stand out.
Yeah, she really doesn't go to bars, but
she goes once in a while with her girlfriends.
Yeah,
right?
once in a while she does. Yeah,
she leaves you at home and goes out.
She leaves me to my piss porn.
Right.
But these cougars, the great thing about them is that they're not really like that. I mean, to me, a lot of women just go through the motions to please people. That's how they really in. It's all part of the program. That's how life works.
You know what? This is fascinating, but I gotta move on.
I'm saying these cougars, what they do is they'll suck cock, they'll take loads to the face, they'll get pissed on and all that stuff, only because they feel like they need to keep up with all these wild, newer, hot young chicks.
Right. They'll have to work harder to keep up with the young girls.
Yeah, it's wonderful. God bless the cougars.
Thank you, Sal.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good day, everybody.
Go back to work.
Who is he talking about?
I don't know. He's whacked out of his head. Free John Gotti. The hit single is...
It all makes sense.
John Gotti was framed. It's the government to blame, not a U.S. attorney's got a claim to fame. A hero to most we
Sal against the U.S. attorney.
toast and salute him. Others get close, step off, no one shoot him. Teflon Don, he'll never be a con.
Is there an intelligent thought in that head or what?
Sal, dude, what's more embarrassing, hearing your John Gotti song or...
The John Gotti thing's embarrassing because it was 20 years ago, and it's obviously, you know, like I said, I was very naive about it. That's not something I'm proud of now.
Is that more embarrassing than getting secretly recorded talking about piss porn?
No, because I'm proud of the piss porn, you know? I'm proud of it.
You're proud of it?
Yeah, why not? It's just a little fetish. It's just pee. Lots of guys like it. A lot of people won't admit it. They won't say it, but... a lot of people are into it.
Are you the only guy here that admits to liking pee porn?
I think maybe JD might like a little pee porn, you know. I'm sure there's a few guys here. If you did a private poll, I'm sure there are a few guys who like pee porn. You know?
Why do you think Howard thinks it's so weird?
Because
He's got a show to run.
Strange.
He's got a show to run. He probably likes Pete porn a little bit, but no, he's got to make me out to be some freak of nature, put me in the center ring and, and make a mockery out of everything.
Is that the weirdest porn you're into?
I like snowballing, too. Which is cum swapping. When a girl takes a load in her mouth and she spits in another girl's mouth and they go back and forth. That I've been into a little bit lately, too. That's pretty good.
Does that top the pee?
No.
Oh, pee's up there? Pee's
number one, cum swapping's number two, but cum swapping with pee combination, that is...
Like the rinse off?
The creme de la creme, right, the rinse off. That's always good stuff. Pete, you like pee porn?
I think I would resort to pee porn, I think, I think it would be something interesting.
There you go. You got a guy like Pete, likes pee porn. Normal, average guy, good man.
I guess I was wrong.
If Pete's down with pee porn, I'm down with pee porn.
If I'm down with it, I think it could actually go somewhere, And maybe there's a big market for it, I mean, it's possible. You don't know anything until you try.
Yeah, so there you go.
All right, I was wrong. I guess it's more normal
popular.
than I thought.
It's popular. All right, so...
Richard.
What are you doing here again? Thought I had you whacked.
How you doing, man?
You don't give a shit.
I do.
No, admit to me that you don't. I've been really.
Give a shit about what?
That you don't really care how I'm doing.
I do.
It's not genuine.
But I want
town hall this Saturday, 17th with Belzer, and I'm shooting curb, and I'm alive, and I'm still unhappy with your whole performance.
I'm sorry. I'm doing my
holding
best.
the camera about it, but your questions blow. Look, I'm looking out for you. You're a young kid.
Thank you.
And you want to do. I don't know what you're going to do. What are you going to go from this to be a pharmacist or something?
Possibly.
Not filmmaker.
No.
No, this is not your bag.
No,
I think you should just count pills, put it in bottles.
Thank you for the advice. But
don't you hate me now, don't you?
No.
You believe what I said?
This.
I'm joking. Don't you know it was a fucking goof? I think you're brilliant. I've seen your things cut together. They're unbelievable. It's like
thank you.
It's like I don't know. It's like you're starting a new kind of cinema.
With the Howard Stern show. So, Richard.
Yeah.
You excited to be back? It's been a while.
You doing this again?
Again, one more time.
Why, did you blow it the first time?
No, we always do too.
All right, just be quiet for a second, because I'm going to fucking snap. I'm always happy to be here. Been here for 25 years. When you were when you were looking at your dick and saying, you better grow, I was already in this room. Well, not this station, okay? Love the guys. It's a circus in there. Artie, I should have a lot of fun with Artie.
Yeah, what are you gonna talk to him about? He's a mess, isn't he?
Is he a mess? He's a drug addict like me. All drug addicts are a mess. I just have 15 years sober.
You have some advice for him?
Huh?
You have advice for him?
Advice for anyone. It doesn't have to be a star like him. But if he asks me, I'll tell him. I think it's pretty astounding what the guys, everyone, it's like a microcosm of the world what people are telling him to do. But he knows what to do. No one can fucking tell him what to do. He wants to have a better life. He'll clean up. If not, we fucking work on our eulogies. That's where it's at. Because, he's getting coddled by a lot of people. I told him he's a funny motherfucker. He's really funny. And he can go on stage and have a great life and make a lot of bread and have a great life. And but if he goes down this road that he's going down, seemingly, it'll end.
Hopefully you can talk some sense into him.
Well, I can't. I mean, just professionals who can do that. I've already told him what I thought. He's just a big bullshit artist. Like, I'm a bullshit. The only difference between me and him is that I'm not using and drinking. But we're addicts. We're fucking nutcases. And I'll die an addict, even if I don't drink or use again. And he knows the deal. He's just playing around. He's in denial. I just hope he doesn't bottom under the grass. That's all. Love the guy. Do you have enough of this fucking soap opera?
I've had enough.
You had enough. I have a gun. I'm going to shoot you right in your fucking head if you don't turn that off.
Many people know Richard Lewis as a comedian. What they don't know is, because they didn't read his book, but I did, many years ago, he hit rock bottom when he was addicted horribly to champagne and fell asleep at a movie premiere.
What That was his bottom.
That
falling
was his
asleep at
rock
a
bottom,
movie screening.
and he hasn't had a drink since.
Wow.
And he recently was helping Artie. You know, he doesn't even know Artie.
I've
from a hole in the
actually-
wall.
He reached out.
I've
Richard
actually
Lewis,
read his book.
Yeah, Richard Lewis is a good man. He's a good guy. And I'll prove to you why he's a good guy. But like I said, he hit rock bottom years ago when he fell asleep at a movie premiere when he was addicted to champagne.
Now, if
He loves it when you belittle.
I read his
It was
entire
crystal meth, by the way. He told me the drug.
Richard, you were horribly addicted.
It's like Artie on Jeopardy. I'll take crystal meth for 100,000. Let's get ready to rumble. Happy birthday.
I don't know if
Happy birthday.
I don't know if you know this,
Hi,
Richard.
Rob. Hi,
Because of you, Artie had extensive fake therapy with a guy you recommended.
I've been keeping up with it.
Yeah, you know, somebody told me a great story.
What a shock.
Here's just to bring you up to date. Richard Lewis, who was here the last time.
Big
said-
shock. Oh, I'm shocked that you lied.
Yeah. Richard Lewis was here the last time, and he was describing his own battle with alcohol addiction. Like I said, he hit rock bottom when he fell asleep at a movie premiere. And he was in...
Well, he blacked out.
No.
He blacked out, yeah.
Hey, what about going out with a woman who I know now for 4 months and not remembering anything about it? That's a little more than champagne. I know you want to keep going with the champagne shit, fine, Howard, but
No,
it's
you were
crazy.
addicted to champagne, am I correct?
No, I was addicted to every drug except I didn't do any heroin or hallucinogens.
His book is crazy. It's good, but it's I read the whole thing. Me and my sister, and we were comparing notes. It's a compelling book. He was out of control.
I know. He fell asleep at a movie premiere. I read it. So,
He
listen.
drank a whole bottle of champagne.
He drank a whole bottle of champagne. It was completely insane.
I wish that's all it was. I'd
Most
still be
Jews don't
drinking.
drink like that. Now, most Jews have
Another
1-2
fallacy.
drinks a year.
That's so not true. I
Richard-
buried a lot of drunk Jews.
I want to tell this story because it's about you as a good Samaritan. Richard really didn't know Artie, and Richard came on the show, and he had his own battles with drugs, and he called Artie off the air, and he recommended a therapist.
Now, was this after the roast, missing the roast? Was that what did it? Or
This was
it
before.
That was before.
This was
Oh
before.
no! It was after.
It was after.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it was
Can I just say one thing? Because does this have anything to do with me at Town
Yes.
Hall this Saturday with Belgium?
Don't worry, you'll get your plug.
He didn't
No,
just.
no,
Just
don't
a
ruin your
joke.
appearance
That was
with
a joke.
Don't ruin your appearance.
That was a birthday gift for you. It's stupid fucking
Come on,
joke.
that wasn't even a joke.
And
It was hard. You couldn't even classify that a joke. It's not even constructed.
You know, you're
That's
right.
Now listen.
I should say he not only called me. I mean, anyone who talks to me about stand-up for longer than 10 minutes knows that he is a big influence on me, Richard. I loved his first special. I always
let
I
me tell
taped
the story.
Letterman.
Let me tell
and
the
he called
story.
me for an hour. Was very sweet to me,
But what's great about
you know,
it
I
is-
mean, he really was nice and
But what's great
unbelievable.
about it, Artie, is Richard doesn't even know this.
What?
So he gave you the name of the therapist,
Yeah.
and you came in and you told us you were seeing this therapist. Meanwhile, you'd only seen him once.
No, a couple of times. I
And
saw him
even
like 4 times.
Jason and Will, who got married, said, "You realize Artie blamed the fake therapy for not coming to the
their
wedding."
weddings. He used it very well.
Because Artie, Artie would go up to them and he said, "My therapist says, my therapist. Wait, listen to this. My therapist says I can't go to your wedding because I shouldn't be around."
My therapist said,
but he wasn't even in the therapy.
He used a shrink.
He used a shrink.
Yes,
He
he
used a
lied
shrink.
to us about this.
First of all,
shrink
I
so
said
well.
that I was worried about my sobriety going to a wedding.
Let's
That's
be
what
honest.
I said. I'm
You
being honest with
said-
you.
But you were using.
You said
No, I wasn't at that time. No.
You said the therapist was upset with you because you threw that party for me.
He won.
And
what fucking flaming bullshit this is. I had it.
then you said
Artie,
he was telling you not
you're
to
a
go to these
fucking
weddings.
drug addict.
Yeah.
Admit it already. We don't want to go to
admit
your
that.
funeral, you asshole. All
did
these
you-
little episodes are funny, but you're gonna fucking die way early if you don't fucking clean up. All right?
I'm the only thing I'm gonna die
Weddings,
from is
this. Hey, he didn't buy Campbell's soup because the shrink said he shouldn't eat tomatoes. It's all bullshit. We all fuck the microphone.
No, we need a microphone. Put
All right,
that
I
on
need
right
a microphone.
Yeah, we
I'm
need
so
to hear
angry
you
at Artie.
lecture Artie.
Go ahead,
You know
talk
what,
to him.
Let me tell you
Go ahead,
something.
let Richard talk to you.
Listen.
You respect him.
Do you want to play gin tonight with Dr. Pinsky and I? That's the first thing I want to ask you.
Richard.
Artie, you know, I was listening to a show the other night, and after the show, they interview everyone here on the show.
Right.
It's exactly what happened to me. Everyone has the right. Howard has his spin on it. Hey, you know, he keeps the comedy intact. He says, "Hey, I have no problems with Artie doing it. You know,
I
he's
don't.
great on the show." But
And it's true. Some people say, let him do what he fucking wants to do. Robin is far more right in terms of what I know about being a drug addict.
Right.
She knows that you're fucking on a death fucking wish. Okay, you're in denial, Artie. That's it. You're
I don't
in
think
fucking...
I'm on a death wish. I don't.
You don't?
I think I'm fine.
I think he's right.
It's a death wish, man. Don't you get? You're a fucking drug addict. And,
I know I'm a drug addict, but I don't think I'm on a death wish right now.
You
I
are
really
on
don't.
a death wish. I heard what you did. You went to a place. You had some Wolfgang Puck sandwiches.
I wish.
You jerked off.
That would've been great.
You had some wheat juice, and then you jerked off again. And then you had pizza with fucking peanut butter on. It's all bullshit. I mean, you can't bullshit another drug addict. You might bullshit your fans.
Did you lie a lot too, Richard?
I lied for 20 years.
Wow.
I had to go for a knee operation, and two of the people that broke down my door and had my intervention, they said, we're best friends, and then my sister came up and the whole 9 yards. I was at the old Ritz-Carlton,
right?
And Brenner and everybody. They called me up. They said, "We're never going to see you again. You're going to die, and we can't. If you don't help yourself, we're out of your fucking life."
What got you to listen?
Huh?
What got you to listen? Like how do you get through to an Artie? I mean,
well, what got me? I was speaking to Robin before. I said, what got me to listen? I did write about this. I was holed up in my house. I was totally depressed. Right. I had everything I ever dreamt of, and I was holed up doing crystal meth for 6 days. I lost about 15 pounds. I looked like fucking like a Jewish Howard Hughes getting ready for his fucking Haftorah, his bar mitzvah. And I looked in the mirror and I went, I bought this house after struggling for 15 years before meeting you and then Letterman, the whole 9 yards and the series and all that shit. I said, I'm going to fucking die at 43 years old after all that. For what? For this fucking powder?
After all this struggle?
Yeah. Just doing jokes, and I'm living a life of a fucking king.
Right.
This is bullshit. And I called two friends to take me to the hospital, and that was it. No mas. That was 15 years ago. But you got to reach that moment of clarity.
He hasn't had the moment, you're saying.
No, in fact, there's Lawford just wrote a book, Moments of Clarity, and I recommend it to Artie. It has about 35 drug addicts and when it happened to each of these people.
When you called Artie, you must have gotten through to him on some level because he did, in fact, go see your therapist. He didn't continue.
Did he really? I don't know. My therapist would never say anything about
that. Of course I saw him.
One time, right?
No. I saw the guy 4 times.
Oh, you did?
Without question.
Right.
And then I lied about 2 months of it. You want the honesty? Okay, I'll be honest. You want honesty?
Yeah.
I didn't want to go to their fucking weddings.
Yeah.
So I gave them $2,500 each in cash.
Well, that was smart.
Well, how much money does it take to dummy these kids up nowadays?
That's a lot of laughs.
I mean,
Artie, you could just say, I don't want to go to your wedding.
Right.
You don't have to lie and say I'm in treatment.
No, you have to lie.
That's my point. Of course, I care about him. I would like to see him get healthy.
I know you do.
But I'm never going to sit here and say he doesn't do his job. He does do his job. He does. He does his job.
You're right. That's a funny spin on it. But
no, it's not a funny spin. I'm telling you, Artie doesn't do anything in terms of his job that I feel is, detrimental. In other words, for the most part, he's here. We have an arrangement where he does have time off and things if he needs it. And he is...
It used to be for work. Now it's for drugs.
Right. And he's only taken like 18
Whatever
days
I
off
choose to do.
in like 8 years. So it's not so terrible. Yeah. And he has done his job. I can't tell him he's not doing his job if he's doing it.
Richard, I brought this up yesterday.
Right.
There's no guarantee that Artie losing this gig is his bottom.
No fucking way.
There's no guarantee that would wake him up and get him into a treatment facility.
And I even said to Artie, if you need a couple of months, go take it.
There's no issue with whether he can go or not. The point is, whether he's here or not does not mean Artie's going to wake up and say, I need to do something because I just lost that job.
Something dawns on me as Richard was speaking. Maybe we don't have big enough names at his intervention at Artie's. You had Brenner. Who else was at your intervention? It sounds like you had some big names.
I didn't have huge names. I had a lot of close friends, and then people calling the room saying, "You're a dead man. We're not going to be. We're out of your life."
A lot of your problems, and I'm being serious. I'm not trying to make jokes, but a lot of your problems about your mother. I mean, I know you used to have violent reaction when she would call in. And,
that's because she was neurotic and we didn't get along. That's all.
Are you speaking with her at all? Is she dead?
She's way dead.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Has that helped you in a sense? I mean. I mean, the fact that she's no longer around.
No, in fact, she didn't. When I was at the Fry's once when I was sober for about 2-3 years, and I mean, mothers would do this, and I told her I wasn't drinking.
Right.
And she says, why aren't you drinking? I said, I'm an alcoholic. She goes, no, you're not. And I went fucking nuts. I took her out in the fucking front of the Friars Club. I went, I am a fucking alcoholic. We had a fight because I was proud that I finally could admit it.
Right.
Something that he hasn't. I mean, he admits it. I don't know what you're admitting on it.
He admits
I admit I'm a drug addict. I mean, what do you want me to tell you?
Yeah. Well, the bottom is this: if you get hammered one day and you walk out of here, and you do little quips when you walk out. You're very funny, ha ha, and you get hit by a fucking milk truck, and then on the news, Artie
You
Lang.
think I'm getting loaded
Let me
at work?
fucking
I'm
finish.
not huddled up in my room doing crystal meth.
You lose both your legs. And then you come in, you'll be peg leg drunk Artie. All right, you want that? Will that be a bottom? No. Then you go out, you do your little quip, and you walk out with your fucking peg legs.
You're an expert.
And then you get hit by a dairy truck the next day, and you lose your fucking right arm. So now you just got one arm left, and a wooden dick, and two wooden legs. Is that going to be enough?
In other words, you're saying, are you waiting for rock bottom?
Only he knows.
Right.
All you guys are right. Everyone has the right.
Do you think I'm getting high at work? I don't get high at work.
I'm not. See that? You're not even listening to me. It's good. No, everyone here has the right attitude. It's none of their fucking business but yours. It's your life.
Right, I understand.
Well,
so
you're
why
fucking
are we
it up.
having this discussion?
Why do you think he does it?
Huh?
Why do you think he does it?
Because we're addicts, and
No, but what is it? Why? Is it from the father, the mother?
Well, here's one thing. When I had spoken to him, and I told him that, and you've heard this is historically like Chris Farley.
Right.
Chris Farley, and it's been well documented. I mean, he idolized Belushi.
Right.
And anything short of living that lifestyle, crash and burn.
Felt disingenuous.
And felt like he wasn't living up to his potential. Living up to his potential meant dying young.
Right.
And that's where he's headed.
He does love Belushi and Chris Farley.
I got them both by 10 years. They died at 33.
It's not a joke.
They didn't.
I'm not. I think I'm over that. I don't want to die. I mean, I know that sounds hard to believe, but I don't want to die.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
What are you eating right now? What are you eating as you say that?
Yeah.
Peanut M&M.
Peanut M&M. All right.
Yeah, M&M's filled with fucking,
crystal meth?
Yeah. You got crystal meth. You got them in Durango, Mexico.
Did you read my book, Too Fat to Fish?
I started to read it, but then I got it's great.
It's depressing.
And how it's funny. How it's all great. But then I stopped because I said, you know what? I'm reading a dead man's book.
Oh. Whoa. Wow. Well, that's a real dose of reality.
There are a lot of guys listening to this show right now who are addicts. All right, and they're saying, "Fuck him," to me. Fuck Lewis. You know what? I don't tell anyone what not to drink or not do drugs. I'd say I couldn't do it.
Do you still think about
let me tell you what I told Howard. I told Artie. I said, hey, man. I said, you're brilliantly funny. You're great on this fucking show. You're a big fucking star. And I have a feeling he thinks he'd lose his fucking comedy balls. He wouldn't. He'd be even fucking more on fire talking about how fucked up he was. I've never, look, for what it's worth, I've been doing this for 40 years. I've never been better on stage because I talk about drugs in a way, because I used to lie on stage because I was a drug addict.
Right.
So I could never be that fucking great.
Because you weren't that honest.
I wasn't. And honestly, and we all love the fearlessness of Pryor and Bruce and those kind of guys. Those guys were the best.
Right. Because now you became authentic. You're talking about your real issues.
Hey, fucking Pryor went on stage, talked about, freebasing and blowing himself up because he could talk about it.
I always felt you didn't like doing stand-up. You don't even like to look at the audience. You don't like looking.
That's because I don't know what I'm doing. I have a lot of stuff in my head, a lot of material. I don't have an act, so I get nervous.
What do you mean you don't have an act? You have material. You have
a but set. About 20 hours in my computer. So about a half of the show is ad lib, and the other 15 minutes is 20 minutes is new stuff, and then the rest.
I tell you, he's
very
intense.
Difficult.
He's intense on stage. In
he doesn't like doing it.
1987, I saw you at
Caroline's. You set with, Howard, I got to tell you something. For 25 years or so, you have like these 2 or 3 things in your... I might have to have an intervention on you to suck out some of these fucking comments.
No, you do not.
He hates doing comedy. He got high on champagne. Get over it.
Are you wearing nail polish? Huh? Are you wearing nail polish? Are you wearing nail polish?
I've never got my nails done once.
That's not nail polish?
I wouldn't let a person touch my fingers.
Did you tweeze your eyebrows?
How can you see through the Ray-Bans?
Because you raised
you fucking Superman.
You raised your eyes, and I see eyebrows tweezed.
I might have done a little tweezing.
Why would you tweeze your eyebrows?
Because I'm a fucking. You know what I did once?
What's with you?
Let me tell you what I did. I had a nervous breakdown a year ago in Atlanta. I was doing a club day.
A real nervous breakdown.
I had to do 2 shows, practically.
Yeah.
I was looking at my hair. All right.
Right.
I'm old. I mean, I have some hair left.
Right.
And I took the tweezers. I'm obsessive compulsive.
I knew you
Watch,
tweezed
no,
your
Dick.
eyebrows.
So when I see like a little thing sticking up,
Yeah.
I did that. Then I looked at my forehead. I saw like straggles.
Yeah.
I did this. Then I kept going higher and higher.
And cutting.
I looked like fucking like from the Addams Family. I cut 3 inches. It looked like, and I came home and Joy looked at me. She went, and she says, "Holy shit! What the fuck happened to you? You lost your whole hair in a weekend." So she called. She got online. She that Gango hats that cat wears.
Yeah, Kango hats.
She called. She says she called like in a panic. I never saw my wife panic ever, but this. She says the guy's waiting for you down at the mall in La Cienega. He has 4 black Gango. You can't. And then she called a doctor. You have 6 months. You got to wear that for 6. She wouldn't go out with me for 6 months.
You used to have beautiful eyebrows. One thing I tell Robin in private,
I don't like when they look great.
Richard Lewis had such nice eyebrows.
You don't. How about the nostril? You don't clip that.
I got a
So what's the difference between clipping nostril hair?
I clip the eyebrows.
What about the groin? If you start
I shave it down, but I never do it right.
You do a groin thing?
It looks horrible. Do you shave your bush?
Isn't it?
If you shave your bush a little?
I even it out.
You do.
I do a little bush evening.
Yeah, me too. Don't be embarrassed.
I'm not, but the hair
you do
thing.
the eyebrows too much, you look like a tranny.
So what should I do?
Let
Make
it grow.
them a little.
Let it grow. You're pulling it. You're tweezing.
Let me see your eyebrows.
I got beautiful eyebrows.
You
See?
do?
Yeah.
I think you
like
do.
a manly eyebrow.
I never thought I'd
You
say
do
this.
have very
Can we get back to me
masculine
dying?
eyebrows. I have girly eyebrows.
Get back to Artie and cure him.
Huh?
You guys are talking about eyebrows for an
Do you
hour.
still go to meetings?
That was 5 minutes.
I think we can now honestly
Seemed like an hour.
ask.
Good to see you, Artie.
Richard.
It's
We
good
can
to see you,
honestly
Richard.
ask now, what's your gay problem?
Yeah.
Ask who?
Richard, he's not gay. He's not gay.
It's a serious reference.
It's the references to your
Richard, why?
conversation about eyebrows.
There was something I wanted to say to you about wrapping up this Artie thing.
Want me to go out and come in again?
Let's wrap it up.
No.
Hey, fuck you.
Let's wrap up the Artie thing and get to your material about that.
That was incredibly gracious of you to call him. I want to
He
say
talked to
something
me
serious.
for 2 hours on the phone.
I mean, you didn't have to do that, and you did, and it was very nice of you. But do you feel hurt that he hasn't really come around, or was it just a way to? I mean, you don't feel hurt.
Did he indicate to you that he was seriously looking for help?
No.
No.
He just he was very flattering to me, and he says, and I know his history with liking and digging my work. That's cool.
Absolutely.
And he thought it was ballsy for me to call because I said to him, I said, if you're taping this now and bringing it tomorrow, I said it'd be great for Howard.
Yeah.
But I don't give a shit.
I would never do that. First of all, I don't know how to do that.
He's technically
he's beyond Tinker Toy time with this fucking guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. What are you, Edison or something?
Do you still go to meetings?
Can I use that?
Do you still go to meetings?
Huh?
Do you still go to meetings?
Hey, how are you? Hey, what are you, Edison? Good night.
Do you still go to meetings?
Huh?
It's yours.
I go to 12-step meetings. I go to shrinks. I meditate. I do everything I can not to drink or do
you
drugs.
still have the desire to drink? Do you ever think about it?
No, because it's a no. It's a no. Luckily, I don't have the cravings.
Your life is better now.
Never been better.
Well, let me ask you this: how I got to that place with cocaine? I seriously got to that place with.
But
cocaine.
Artie, you
there's a million other drugs.
Yeah,
I know, but
keep saying that.
Dig this.
No,
How
I
about
don't
this?
keep
I was thinking
saying
about
that.
this.
You guys keep saying all this stuff.
Howard, can I answer Howard's question?
Yes.
Know what hurt my feelings?
Who's the guest tomorrow? My aunt.
That's funny again.
Why are you mocking my comedy? I
Paul McCartney's here.
love
We're
your
not talking
comedy.
about your drug
You're
problem.
very funny.
I bet it'll get around to that somehow.
I don't know.
Every other fucking guest
No,
does.
Paul can't give you advice. He's made a worse mess of his life than you.
That's right.
I'm sick of people kissing up to you and coddling you. I know
Who's
a million other
kissing up
fucking
to
drug
me?
addicts who need help.
Who's kissing? No one kisses up
Everybody.
to me. Everybody calls
He's
me
right.
a jerk off.
No, everyone kisses up to you. He's right.
Yeah,
Everybody
because
worries about
drug addicts
you.
think I want it
Kisses up
now,
to me.
and if I don't get it now, and you're an egomaniac.
People who work well. I mean, I think every comic is an egomaniac.
No, every drug addict's an egomaniac. You want what you want now, or else you're pissed off.
Is he hurting his?
Here's how he
wants
hurt
it
me.
all. He wants it all.
Yeah. So
How did
if he
hurt you?
says,
What's wrong
when
with
I hear
that?
shit, when I hear him say, "Hey, no, I stopped doing cocaine," all right, fine. So he can, he'll gain 300 pounds and he'll do fucking heroin. It's all the same.
Right.
Well,
Gambling.
I replaced.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine who's
Why can't I put a
in
bet
Ohio.
on
He's a
Chuck?
sex addict. All right.
Okay.
He had this relationship, great in the sack, unfucking believable. He
Loved the
fucked
girl.
in the bed.
Right.
All right. He fucked about 18 hours a day. Okay?
Why can't I get that addiction?
Well, take this. So here's the point.
You have that. You just can't get anyone later.
Exactly.
So,
it's easier to get heroin.
But the rest of his life was totally going into the toilet, and it's hard to tell a guy, you're coming too much, man.
Yeah.
You got to stop coming.
Right. Yeah.
That's hard.
Right.
That's hard to tell somebody. But ultimately, I said, you're missing out on some other things. I just want you to know, there was a war.
Right.
I didn't know I was fucking her.
Would you stop coming for a war? I wouldn't.
So
you at town hall.
No, but here's what hurt my feelings. Here's what hurt my feelings. Let me ask you a question.
Because remember, I want to ask you for your crystal ball prediction on this guy.
Fine.
Go
and
on.
hopefully it'll be
Is that a new
dark.
segment on the show? I don't know.
Yes, new segment.
Come
on.
No, here's what hurt me.
Yeah.
A couple of times, because Artie gave me his number, a couple of his down south, wherever, sure, whatever the fuck it is. When I would call him, I just say this, because I just say, hey, it's Richard. Hope you're doing okay.
Right.
He knows I'm a drug addict, too. Now, when you call someone who's a drug addict, if they're not in recovery, they don't call you back. Hey, turn that fucking bullshit off. So when he didn't call me back, first of all, why can't he say, how the fuck are you doing?
Right.
What if I'm holed up, slipping and fucking dying again?
You should have told me that.
Right.
No. I would have called me back and asked me, how are you doing? But when he didn't, that meant I knew that he was, and I was right. He was.
No, you were right. Yeah.
That's why he didn't
I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to lie to you.
No, that's good. But you're lying to
I'm gonna call you back and go. I'm
all right,
sober and.
You don't want to lie to me, anyone else. When you stop lying to yourself, you're gonna get your life back.
I lie when I'm forced to lie. I don't go out looking for.
Why didn't you call Richard and say,
because
I'm in trouble,
didn't want to lie.
I am using heroin?
Because I didn't want to. Because I don't want to stop using heroin.
Well, I mean, you don't have to stop. You could have just talked to him about it.
Nah, but I don't want to disappoint him.
I am appointing Richard your go-to guy. I want you reporting.
Richard's your sponsor?
That's right.
All right, then I got to make a deal with Piers.
He's gonna be in Milwaukee. I'm going to be in Phoenix. We're going to call each other.
You're going to call each other.
He works too much.
Celebrity sponsor.
All right. Look, this guy right here, Richard Lewis, is a top comic. He's reached the top of his game. You know him from Letterman. You know him from this show. You know him from Larry David uses him.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
He's had his own movies. Somebody told me you will not announce the name of a club that serves alcohol if you perform there.
Are you crazy?
That's every club.
Is that true?
That's
my guys just told me that.
You guys also had me performing Thursday, where I'll be hopefully having intercourse with my wife Thursday night.
How's that going with the wife?
With the wife, Don Rickles' son, ladies and gentlemen.
How's it going?
Wife.
How is it going with her?
Huh?
Are you happy still? You were a sex addict.
I'm not a happy person by nature, So I could have I have the best fucking wife I could ever dream of having.
Right.
But I annoy the shit out of her.
Are you
I
surprised?
get into funks.
Are you surprised that she's still with you?
Well, I can read your fucking mind. I know exactly what you're going to ask me. I'm almost scared. It's
Why?
like a series.
You don't know what I'm going to ask you.
I almost do almost every time.
What am I going to ask you next?
Huh?
Where am I going with this?
You're going to ask her what she thinks about me tweezing my eyebrows.
No, I don't care about that. I'm saying, why would this woman
live with me?
Yeah, if you're that big a pain in the ass, what does she love about you? Is there anything to love about you?
I'm funny. I'm a decent guy, and I'm pretty good in bed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Do you know you're pretty good in bed? How do you know that?
Yeah,
I have letters. I have letters and referrals.
Recommendation.
Yeah, no. Before I married her, I had letters from about 8 women.
What are you doing Thursday night? Are you doing something at Town Hall? Are you doing a salute to Hillary Clinton?
Fuck this Thursday thing.
Are you doing a salute to Hillary Clinton?
I don't even know who's
Jovi?
on the bill this week, except I'm there Saturday night. I just came in town. I'm jet lagged.
You're there Saturday night.
Hillary Clinton's doing stand-up?
No. I'm just confused by your schedule.
Saturday night, the 17th. Belzer night, 8 o'clock, Town Hall.
That sounds like a fun night.
It's a great venue.
Who goes on first, Belzer?
Belzer, yeah, with his band.
You're the headliner.
No, we're co-headlining, but he. What
do you mean with his band?
The Belzonics.
What is that about? I don't want to hear him sing.
The band's great. He does it. He's like a rock and roll singer. I don't know. I don't know. He's funny as shit. He's a legend, but he brings a band with him.
Does he do his Mick Jagger impression?
I have no idea. I don't watch anybody anymore. I come there 5 minutes before I go on.
The band annoys you, doesn't it?
No, I tease him about it.
Right.
The belt, I mean,
you're a stand-up. You go out there.
The band's great, by the way, and he kills.
Right.
Okay, it's hard to follow. And Artie, I don't know how strong you are. Following, an A act is murder.
Right. Yeah.
But with a rock and roll band, it makes it even more difficult.
Hey, you
But
don't
I'm
wanna
not
do
gonna,
that.
no matter how great it is for him, I'm not coming on with, landing at an airport with, hey, where's my tuba player? I'll go fucking, I'd kill myself.
Makes no sense.
Hey, I lost my snare drum. Fuck you. I couldn't imagine being a prop guy.
Compared to stand-up,
I've been
yeah,
a
I
prop
know.
guy traveling on the road, waiting for the
Carrot
bags.
Top, like, how does he do
Where
that?
the fuck is my drum with the giraffe with the big dick?
It's a lot of work there.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being a. First of all, I'm not a big prop comic. You don't like prop.
I can barely bring like a shirt on the road. I can't pack at all. I mean, Carrot Top has like a
He has a trunk.
container.
Listen,
He has a trunk.
He's making a lot of money, though.
Yeah.
Kids like the props. They like to see things come out of
they
the trunk.
love
Kids, it's
They do.
fucking the 50-year-old ago.
Yeah, I mean, if you make people laugh, what's the difference?
doesn't matter.
Why do comedians put down prop comedians? I don't understand.
No, I'm not putting them
It just
down.
doesn't make me laugh, but people love
Right.
that shit.
Some people love
I'm
that.
actually
Well, look
just
at Steve
saying,
Martin. He was a genius. He used props.
I feel bad for the guy taking all the shit. I'm not putting him down.
It's a lot of
What
work.
was the name? The name you cannot get around that name.
Carrot Top?
You can't.
You never give yourself a silly
Mother
name on stage?
Teresa would say, saving thousands of people. Look at that. It looks like fucking Carrot Top.
Did you ever think about changing your name early on in your career?
To Carrot Top?
To Carrot
No
Top?
fucking way.
No way. Might
It'll
have
never
worked out
work.
well.
Skull Cap Top.
Skull Cap Top. The Jewish Carrot Top.
Can I ask you something, Howard? Because
Sure.
I know you're into health shit, and when I heard that Lang took that colonic where
The
three of them,
wheatgrass,
right?
the wheatgrass.
Now a lot of famous actresses back in the 40s did it every day. I think Betty Davis took one every
Robin
day.
does it every
They
week.
don't,
Joan Crawford. That's what someone.
They don't
someone-
suggest every day.
Robin
not?
does it all the time.
Is it a rush? Does it feel good?
You want
No.
it?
I didn't
Really?
get any
He
sort
loved
of.
it. He loved it.
I liked
Are you
it in the
embarrassed when
sense-
all that shit comes out of you in front of the nurses?
No, I tell you, it was refreshing. You feel great, but it
What
wasn't
about when
a
the
rush.
shit, when the logs come out? Do they
Can I
turn
tell you
their head
something?
or what?
No, they look at it. They love it. They fucking get into it. It's their whole life. They announce it like Bob Uecker.
Do me a favor. Don't get into that. We had on Dr. Drew Pinsky. He said no way.
Don't listen
No way to
doctors.
what? No, I was just not that.
You don't need that.
Oh no, that has nothing to do with him getting sober. I was just, I used to be an enema freak. I was addicted to enemas.
Were you?
Yeah.
Listen to him.
The Fleet's enema with the picture of the beautiful nurse.
Why were you?
And when it
addicted to
came
What
with
was the
olive
thought?
oil, with the orange tip had olive oil, and it came on the side with a little crouton.
Well, how does a man get addicted to that? How did you like doing it?
I did.
Yeah.
What was up with that?
That was a little cat. Once I had a woman squirted in my butt.
Wow.
It was fucking
This was
great.
a sex thing
And then
with you?
What
no,
did she charge you for that?
she did that, huh?
That's so
There was
disgusting.
no hook. I don't need hookers.
That's gross.
Huh?
That's gross.
But not my wife. This is back when I was high.
You get
Did
scatological
she watch
like
you?
that?
Did she watch you move your bowels when you did that?
No, I had to run it because it comes right out. I didn't want to fucking move my bedspread. It was a lot of money.
That's unbelievable. Well,
Why not? It feels good.
Don't do it anymore.
I don't. I haven't.
Yeah,
But I used to go to like drugstores when I had if I was doing a gig for 6 days. I'd walk around with the cart, get my sodas and shit. Let's say if I was still drinking bottles of wine and about 30 enemas.
Wow.
And I had
was it sexual in a sense?
No, I didn't always use it. But
woman.
no, it was like I'm dysmorphic because I used to be chubby.
Is Robin right that a woman would administer the enema to you? Was it a sexual thing?
I just related. I had some memories of back in the day when I was loaded
And
going
would she
down.
watch you evacuate?
No,
No.
that I wasn't into. But of having a stick it in the ass and squirt the water was a trip.
How about Larry David? How's that job going? Larry David.
Well,
show.
I'm shooting a lot more this month.
You're close with him. You hang around with
I
him.
know him since I'm 12. I don't hang around with anybody really.
You don't
It's
hang
just
around with
Artie and
Steve
I and Drew
Martin?
Pinsky.
You don't. You don't have any friends, male friends. It's just a woman.
Mainly a guy named. A lot of friends, and I come here and I buy artwork from a guy named Carl Totolo. I have like 40 of his paintings.
And
He's
you
like
have
a
a
mentor
friendship
of
with
mine.
him?
He's a best friend.
Yeah, and you'll go to dinner.
He's
York
a
artist.
mentor? How does he mentor
I met him
you?
at TITOLO, by the way. New Year's, and you can find him. He's a genius. I've never saw any art like this in my life. I met him 25 years ago. His paintings are sort of how we riff.
You talking to Letterman anymore, or is he completely blown
Yeah,
you
no,
off?
I'm doing all the shows.
You're doing all the shows.
Yeah, there's not
Doing
one
Leno
show I
too.
don't When I want to, yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
you'll do those shows.
I don't. Some shows are more fun than others.
Right.
You know?
I understand. You like Letterman.
I had a great time the last couple of times on Ferguson because he doesn't use any notes. He
Right.
just lets you ad lib. I dig that. I think it's funny, man.
Who needs notes? What
No,
is with
they
all
do.
the
They,
notes?
they pay people. You know this. I don't know
Pre-screen.
when you go on, they say, I say, if you ask me, I once told, because I've done Conan a lot. We've had talks about Conan. I've had fun on that show.
Right.
And Frank Smiley, I know forever.
Right.
So I once was in the middle of like a long, 5 weeks of concerts. I'd done at least 2 hours of new material, and I knew what was working and what wasn't. And Frank knows how, he used to torture me.
Right.
He'd call me. He says, "What do you want? What are you gonna do tomorrow?" I said, "What are you talking about?" It's like, I said, "I'm not telling you what I'm gonna fucking do.
Right.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ad lib." He said, "Well, give me some, some things." This is like years ago.
Right.
So I said, "Let me tell you something right now, Frank." And I love it. He's an old friend of mine. If you ask me one more time, I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to kill the staff. I went nuts. I snapped on the phone. So I came in, I told Conan, huh? No. No, I said, I've been doing this for 35 fucking... I don't ask me. Yeah, set me up. Yeah, I bought a fucking stapler. I can't work that way. But he was teasing me. So I went in to do Conan 2 days later, because it took a day to get... And I told Conan, I said, no more. I cannot answer any more questions. I don't... No shows ask me anymore. I'm a mental case.
Right.
They know I'll just snap.
Right.
And they haven't kept me off. I said, don't ask me. They said, well, we need areas. I said, okay, God, my dick, marriage, shirts, Kleenex.
Well, a lot of times...
Ask me anything. I can talk forever on anything, and I trust me.
A lot of times these guests come in, they have nothing to say.
Hey, they have a soap opera star who's frozen.
Right.
They have to say, I ran into the president yesterday. You know,
that's you need a pre-interview.
Yeah,
all right,
but
well,
not us.
All right,
when you do Dave, he doesn't ask you what to talk about.
Never.
It's a joke.
It's insulting. Listen,
right.
here's the. Take a few phone calls. Say hello to some people.
Yeah, the people who you've set up some white supremacists to call me.
No, I haven't set up anybody.
Yeah, last time I always get set up. It's fun. I love it. I love it.
Come on, let's say hello to a few people.
Let's roll with the people.
Donna, go ahead.
Hey, Richard, how you doing?
I'll reserve judgment.
All right, I had a question. Howard made a comment about Artie's behavior not being detrimental to the show. I wanted to know how you felt about it being detrimental to him, though.
Oh, yes, that's different.
It's very detrimental to him.
Of course.
Have you seen Howard TV lately?
Oh, well, of course. I mean, I feel it is, obviously, and until he faces up to his problem, you know, he'll continue to...
What, did I look like shit on television? I mean, what
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That I look like I'm dying on TV?
It's
What does
obvious
that
that
Ready for this comment? Let me answer that in another way. When I 2 nights ago in L.A., I was putting on... I wanted to catch up a little bit. You know what's going down with the show and with Artie. And you have a new thing on now. It was like it was almost like the year in review with Artie.
Right.
Artie's wild year.
Can I just say something?
Which I knew nothing.
That's
Which I knew
one
nothing
gigantic enabler for Artie.
Artie's wild
I'm sorry
year.
to say to you and the fucking company and the producers. I don't think you're wrong. He's looking at that and he's whacking off in his head saying, "Look at this is what's making me fucking great."
No,
and it ain't.
I'm not. That's not what makes me great. I hate that thing.
You do?
Of course I hate it. I would rather than put the funny shit I say on the air.
Well, come up with it from time to time. They'll plug it in.
All right.
Now you are funny, Artie. You know I think.
No, but I'm saying I don't. Of course I don't like that.
All right,
but what
let's
am I
say
going
hi to Rosie. Rosie, go ahead.
I get
to
paid
Miami.
$80 an hour from them.
Here's Rosie.
Hi, good morning. I was wondering if Artie could wait until Saturday to die because I have tickets to see him in Boca Friday.
Oh, of course,
Can you wait
sweetie.
till
That's
Saturday?
fucking hilarious.
That's
I'm
nice.
at well, thank you, sweetie, because I can say I'm at the Florida Atlantic University in Boca Raton.
Don.
Friday night, call for whatever.
Hi, guys. Good morning. Richard,
Hey, yeah,
I'm
man.
wondering, you're doing Larry David Curb Your Enthusiasm, and did he set you up with another hot broad for your wife?
I don't know yet. I don't know till I get to the
You
set.
have a hot woman on that show? I don't watch
Did
that
you get
show.
rid of the hot woman
last
you
year.
had?
Yeah, I don't think I'm with Cha-Cha, with Tia Carrera, of course. When I was in last year, I was telling the New York Times guy yesterday, I don't know when the article come out, Thursday or whenever, and we were talking about you a lot.
Right.
But I said the one thing, and I talked about Gary, I said, they have this fucking unbelievable way. They're 3 clicks away from demolishing my career. Like when Tia Carrera was I said, I was on last year, and she was my girlfriend.
Right.
And Gary walks in with a big fucking shit-eating grin on. Hey, they just came in from the Canadian Express. Richard Lewis, that old Jew, fuck. How does he get off of dating Tia Carrera? Like, I give a fuck what anyone has to say anyway. Fuck all. But
When
you
you
guys really know how to demolish a guest.
When you work
it's
with
fantastic.
Tia Carrera, you did a love scene with her? Did you get to?
No, I didn't even have a chance. I have never had a makeout session. on Curb with any beautiful women. Larry doesn't let me do it. Making out isn't funny anyway.
Nobody's making out on that show. Who's making out?
No one.
Larry had a...
His wife, yeah, every once in a while.
I would kill to have a love scene on that show.
It's improv. Why not just start fucking her right in front of everyone?
You know something? That's a great fucking idea.
Of course.
What about the enema? What if I whip out an enema?
Yes, Don, go ahead.
Howard, I just want to make a comment with you guys and Artie, man. I mean, you got to be driving them nuts with this, bringing it up on the air, all this, his addiction and things like that. I think it's worse for him.
I brought it up because I know Richard has been in contact.
I don't mean just today, but I mean in general, overall.
No, I'm not bringing it up anymore unless it's like Richard had a relationship with. Like tomorrow when McCartney's on, I'm not bringing up Artie's drug problem.
Unless Paul brings it
up.
up.
Paul brings it up and wants to help Artie.
I can't wait to hear that.
You could.
If that happens, by the way,
Lennon was on heroin. You ask him how Lennon got off heroin.
If that happens, by the way, I'm leaving show business.
Did Paul have to do an intervention with Lennon?
I think McCartney might be the one to get Artie off drugs.
You know, if he showed up with the intervention, a Beatle.
That would be a big deal.
That would do it.
Hey, you know, Ringo, I met my wife through Ringo, and he's been sober a long time.
Is that true? Are you making a joke?
No, at a party, and I picked up my wife.
Was it at Ringo's house?
No, at A&M Records, at the old studio. He had a record, and my wife was in the record business a long time, so she knew some of the writers. And
I've yet to meet your wife. Is she here with you in New York?
Yeah.
She is?
Yeah.
I think when I'm free, if I could see you. Oh, no, I can't.
Oh.
What a shock.
Yeah. Do you want me to take you and your wife to dinner? Is that what you're looking for? Are you hinting at that?
No, I would take you to dinner after all you've done for me. I don't need your dinner. I'll take you to dinner. No, I won't go.
I'm not free.
Huh?
I'm not free.
Take me to dinner.
You're not. You can't get to dinner with Richard
I would like
again?
to. Tell me your schedule. When are you free?
I'll email. How I get information to you?
How?
Through a terrorist network.
Well, you have my phone number, right?
Huh? No.
Here.
You've never given him your phone number.
No.
Here's my number.
Belzer claims that he's like.
Belzer has my number.
Of course he does.
No, I wish he wouldn't use it.
Of course, he never answers when he sees its bell.
Here. I'm going to write it down for you right now.
Belzer, like it's really not a rape. Rap.
You have my number. I know you do. You're full of shit.
Belzer loves you, by the way, and your wife.
Thank you. He should.
Because he met your wife. I just have to see pictures on the fucking internet. That's the kind of friendship we have. It's sad, Howard.
Sad you never even met. I never met your wife.
That's because you're a recluse, and except with a few people.
I would like to meet the wife because I bet there's a lot to ask there and a lot of things to learn.
Oh,
I bet. That poor
woman must be a saint.
Oh, my God. Because it's all about you and the marriage, I'm sure. I mean, there's no room for her needs or any of her thoughts. I mean,
she has her own house.
She does.
Yeah.
She doesn't even live
She has a getaway house.
Oh, she has to leave
really,
sometime.
80 miles out of Hollywood.
Wow.
As soon as she says, if we get married, I have to buy my house. And then when I proposed, the next day she bought a house.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
But I do want to thank you for making that call to Artie. I know you weren't looking for thanks, but...
He made several calls.
Hey, Artie knows what he has to do. That guy is right. It is annoying to him, but, the more it's up to Artie.
And that's what counts.
It's up to Artie.
I think it's annoying to the audience at this point.
That's right.
No, it's not.
For more information...
I don't think so.
Robin likes it. For more information, go to richardlewisonline.com.
That means it's definitely annoying to the audience.
And go see Richard's show by all means. The guy's got endless hours of material. He sits at home, he writes all day. He has nothing else to do.
That's true.
Let him get some of this material out.
And how about Belzer? Come on. And the Belzonics.
Come on. I would go see the Belzonics.
Is the name of his band really the Belzonics?
Yeah, the Belzonics. I thought it was. That's why I thought about Enema. It sounded like a high colon, the Belzonics.
You go to your wife's house?
Huh?
Does she have a husband there, or does she... Another time we'll talk about that.
Paul
The
Reiser
great Richard Lewis will be back right after these words.
How'd it go in there, man?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'll have, there's a lot of people watching this, universities, Secret Service, and they will decode it and send you guys and Cirrus, how I went. I think I would say it was like an A- shot.
You really let Artie have it in there.
Yeah, I just told him I loved him, and it's up to him. No one else. Everyone is, they're enabling him by treating him like he's special. So he's just a drug addict like I am, and he's got to figure it out.
So you really think that he has to hit rock bottom to have that moment of clarity?
Of course he hasn't hit rock bottom yet. He would be sober. He's a drug addict and a heroin addict and an alcoholic and a food addict. He's an addict like I am, but he's still not willing to stop.
Do you think there's hope for him?
Huh?
Do you think there's hope for him?
I personally?
Yeah.
I have faith that he'll change, but yeah, of course there's hope. He's still alive. As long as he has a breath, he can change. But if he doesn't If he doesn't, then you won't be seeing him around here. But, you know, he'll be in the streets.
Now, what do you think Howard and the guys and us, Howard TV, have to do for Artie? You said that, you know, like our TV show, the Artie's Wild Year, is kind of egging him on.
No, he disputed it. I basically was saying, you know, the best of Artie being drunk and the best of this and best of that. Part of his brain, look, he's a brilliant comic, and he's at the point where he's thinking that is one of the reasons why he's a success. It's bullshit. It got him a fan base, but his fan base is not going to leave him. If they want him to live, not die, and he will be 20 times funnier, if that's even possible, if he cleaned up his act, because he will talk about all the hell, unlike he can now. He can't talk about it truthfully now because he's still in the middle of it. And you know, he'll be really he'll be one of the best comics ever if he cleans himself up. If he doesn't, he'll be in and out in a daze like this, and or die way early. I love the guy. I'm rooting for him like I do anyone in this position.
All right, we'll wish for the best.
All right, ciao.
Thanks, Richard. What do you think of Richard Lewis today?
I love him. I'm a big Richard Lewis fan.
Now, he thinks in order for you to get better, you have to hit rock bottom.
Well,
do you agree with that?
I think with this interview right now that I'm doing with you, I've hit rock bottom. I'm honored that Richard would be worried about me, and he's a good man. And listen, hopefully I'll die long before I hit rock bottom. I'm getting sick.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we had Ronnie, the limo driver, in, good old Ronnie Munn. Talked about his big disaster over the weekend trying to get into Beach's Madhouse. And Dan, the song parody man, called in. I think he only served to piss Ronnie off more. Here's how it went.
Ron, glad you're here. I was saying before, you kind of got the best of both worlds today, or the best and worst. You were complimented for your professionalism in America's Got Talent and the job you did, but then this whole Beecher thing came up, and next thing you know, you're getting yelled at once again.
Yeah, well, it's part of the game, I guess.
Well, can we figure out? So what happened? You were with that Tiffany Granite chick.
First of all, you guys are quick to throw me under the bus right away when you don't know the whole story.
That's what I'm asking you.
You go by an email that Dan, the song parody.
No, we go by an email that Jeff Beecher sent to Dan.
Yeah, well, whatever, dude.
No, but it's
the same difference.
It's not a secondhand story. It was the email, just so you know, was directly written by Beecher.
Okay.
And Beecher sent it to Dan, and Dan forwarded it to us, and actually defended you in it.
But how did he defend me?
He said, I'm pretty sure Ronnie didn't. I'm pretty sure these girls made the reservation, and Ronnie had no knowledge of it.
Yeah, and the girl made. I was told by her, and I know her for 5 years, and I don't think she would lie to me. She made a reservation under her. She told me exactly how she made the reservation. She made the reservation under her own name, with some guy named Eric Espinoza or Espinoda that works there, okay? And that they gave her a table for 8 people if she wanted to come. And I said, and she called me up and she goes, "Would you like to go?" I said, "Yeah, fine." And I met them at the hotel. We had a drink at the bar, and then we go downstairs, and they tell us that the show doesn't start for another 15 minutes. So we went upstairs to the lounge, and we sat there for 15 minutes, and we came back down. When we came back down, we go to the front, and I don't know Beecher. I never met him in my life. I've heard of him. I don't know who he is. So we walk up to this guy that's up front, figuring he's like a host or whatever. He's dressed in a nice suit or tuxedo type thing. And she goes up to him. I didn't say boo. And she goes up to him and says to him, "I'm Tiffany Granith. I'm here. Eric set this all up for us and blah, blah, blah." He goes, "Don't know nothing about it. Got no idea what you're talking about." So she goes to him, "Well, could you get Eric?" So, and he goes, "No, not happening." Just like that. So, if you treat it like shit, you're going to treat somebody back like shit. And that's exactly what we did. We went, okay, fine. We're fucking leaving. So we left and we went upstairs to the restaurant. And I put something out on Twitter. So did she.
But wait a second, where's the point? I mean, was she really saying, "We'll bury you on the radio"? That's what he said, she said.
She might have said that.
Yeah, I mean.
She said, will bury you on the radio from her radio show. I didn't say I was going to come here on the Stern Show and bury him.
No, I get it.
I don't even know the guy. I didn't know it was him.
So where's this all coming from, Ronnie?
What do you mean, where is it all coming from?
All the backlash that we're talking about. Do you think like he busted your balls on purpose, like knowing this was going to happen and be part of the show?
Here's what happened. So we go upstairs to the restaurant. We get a table. We sit down. We're having a drink. We're ordering dinner. And a girl comes up, supposedly from Beach's Madhouse. I don't know if she was a publicist or whatever she was. And came over to the table and said, I apologize for the inconvenience. I'm sorry. There was a mix-up. There was a mistake. And she said, would you like to come back downstairs now and go to the show? And we said, no. No, thank you. Well, we didn't say it in those many words. We said it in the way he said it to us. No, we don't want to go to that show. We don't want to be bothered with you.
So, Ronnie,
and that was it.
Are you mad at Beecher or are you mad at Dan?
I'm not mad at anybody, but don't make it like I put a reservation in Howard's name.
Did you bury them on Twitter? Was that a full Twitter attack or just?
No, I just put down that, we went down to the show and we were treated like garbage, like shit. That's exactly what I put, and that was it. I put one tweet out the whole night. And right after that tweet, 10 minutes later, this girl comes up. And it's trying to get us to come back down to the show.
How do you decide?
He didn't put that part in the email. How he sent somebody back upstairs, did he?
Well, maybe he didn't, but maybe he didn't send somebody back upstairs. But he didn't.
Well, somebody from his show came up there.
Do you have a tweet ready if you would have fully buried him?
What do you mean a tweet ready?
How would you have fully buried him?
Joe in Carolina, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, it kind of cracks me up that at this point, Ronnie still doesn't realize it's his responsibility that Howard's name not be abused. How many times has this been out there where Ronnie's been accused of abusing his status?
I didn't abuse his name. I didn't even use his name.
Well,
okay?
Joe,
Yeah,
how many times has it happened?
Well, it's happened plenty of times, hasn't it, with the strip joints appearances and everything else?
These strip joint appearances I get hired for, dude. What's your problem with that?
Look,
I get hired for it.
Listen for a second.
Now, I am listening, stupid, because you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I do, because you
You just want to
continually
get
do
your
this,
voice
Ronnie.
on the radio. Go ahead.
Listen,
Be my guest. Go ahead.
You continually
Go ahead, idiot.
do this. And no, you're the idiot. That you
No, you're
can't
the
see.
idiot.
You've got 9 people in there telling you you're wrong. It's your responsibility that Howard's name doesn't be abused, and you still don't get
didn't
it. You
use
argue
Howard's
with
name.
everybody.
I didn't even make the
Shut up
reservation,
and
moron.
listen. If
Okay?
you listen half the time, maybe you'd learn something. You're too fucking thick.
Okay.
Listen.
And you're smart.
Listen.
Yeah, I can hear how
Listen.
smart you are.
Yeah, well,
Listen. I'm listening.
Okay, listen, midget. The bottom line is this. When everybody tells you you're in the wrong, you never listen. You just argue.
Well, I'm
and
sorry.
argue
This time I was
and
not in
argue.
the wrong. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you are, because it's your responsibility if you're going to go somewhere that Howard's name's not abused. The bottom line, it's your responsibility. You don't get that? Do you not get that?
Did I call and make the reservation? Did I say anything about Howard's name?
If you go there, it's your responsibility. Bottom line.
I'll go away.
Gary,
Hang
do
up on
you
this
think
fucking guy.
that Joe's right, that even though
No,
Ronnie didn't
he's-
do anything wrong, he bears some responsibility here?
Well, if Ronnie went there with Tiffany, and Tiffany made a reservation, Tiffany said, I made a reservation for me for 8 people, and Ronnie has no idea, then it's not his responsibility. However, I probably, like I said, nothing's so important to me. When you had trouble getting in, I would have gone, you know what, we'll see you later then. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, basically.
But I
that's
wouldn't
what we
be.
did.
I wouldn't be. I'll bury you on the radio
but
or
why,
Twitter.
Why? If I'm treated like an animal, why not be? I mean, the guy could have took to me, like I said on the air. He could have took us on the side and listened. This is not happening. I'm sorry. He didn't have to make a whole scene like he did.
Well, he called me Saturday night to ask me if Howard was coming, and I said I don't know, but it doesn't sound. Howard's not a nightclub kind of guy,
right?
And but I think he was so sure that somebody was trying to pull a scam that he was angry,
right?
And so he shows up angry. You show up angry, not to show up, but once you get there, it's angry. Then it's just two heads collide.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like I said, I didn't even know who the guy was. I've never met him.
Dan, the song parody man.
He could have said to me, "Hey, I'm Beecher. We thought Howard was coming. I'm sorry, but we don't have a table for you."
Dan, you're on the wrap-up show. How you doing?
Yeah, good, Ronnie. I'm so sorry this whole thing went down. If I knew that you guys were going to the show, I would have called them and, made sure you got the full rock star treatment without, anybody having to allegedly use Howard's name to do it.
I don't know who. I didn't know if she used his name or not. I didn't make the reservation.
Yeah, that's why I said that in my email that I don't think that Ronnie had any knowledge of that. But here's my question for you, because Jeff kind of sent us his version of a play-by-play of what happened, and he said that he called the girls out. That he said, we got in touch with Howard and found out he had no intention of coming. You shouldn't have used his name. And at that point, they got belligerent and started. That's when they said, we're going to bury you on the radio. And that's when you told him, and this is his quote, "Go get Jeff Beecher, you loser."
You told Jeff Beecher. I said, "Go get Jeff Beecher. You look like a penguin."
Okay, yeah, I saw that part too. Now these girls. You said that.
Well, first of all, I don't know who Jeff Beecher is. Why didn't Jeff Beecher just say who he was, and maybe we could have talked to like human people instead of him yelling at us like we're some kinds of pieces of shit?
Nobody wears name tags anymore.
Is that how he runs his show? Is that how he runs his people? Well, that's fine. Then I'll talk back to him the same exact way, Dan. Okay,
here's my question. Ronnie,
I don't need his fucking show. He can stick his show in his ass.
Can I ask you a question though, if it's okay?
Go ahead.
Once he made it clear that he was under the impression that these girls booked the reservation.
Well, how do you know this to begin with? You weren't even there.
Okay, I'm asking you. Okay, this is how I was told, so you can tell me whether it went down this way or not. At any point, did the guy that you were talking to, regardless of whether you knew he was Beecher or not, say you made the reservation stating that you were bringing Howard and you shouldn't have done that?
He said Howard's people, not Howard.
Okay, so because according to him, because he knew that you were one of Howard's people, but he knew
obviously he didn't say anything to me that I knew who I was or didn't know who I was. All right, he made like I was some fucking ordinary asshole off the street, which I am. I'm not saying I'm Howard or I never said anything of the sort. But fucking talk to me like a person and say, hey, listen, I thought Howard was coming. It's not Howard. This is not happening. I'm sorry.
I think he basically...
Don't say, this is it. It's not happening. Get the fuck out of here. Go on your way.
He had just been scammed by these broads. He had just flown back from Vegas to be a victim of this.
No, he lives in Vegas.
Scam. No, he does not. The show is at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. The show left Vegas 2 years ago.
My apologies.
Yeah, so again, the point is he did fly back from Vegas to do this. You got to understand he'd be agitated. He did say to the girls, according to him, you shouldn't have used Howard's name for this. Howard had no intention of coming. At that point, you should have known that these girls may have done something. At that point, you should have turned your anger on these girls for abusing Howard's name rather than turning your anger on him and tweeting out that the show sucks. Now, if you weren't let into the show, how can you send out a tweet saying Beecher's Madhouse show sucks?
No, I said the place is shit. That's what I said.
I looked at your tweet.
I said the place is shit.
Show sucks. Do you want me to?
No, I said the show is shit. That's what I said.
Okay, so
when you treat it like shit, you're going to put up something like that show is shit. Okay, the place is shit.
But
you're going to get treated like shit. The place is shit. Okay.
That's an ignorant. You could have done a million different ways.
Dan, if you were at the door, you would maybe read it in a different way. You weren't there. Okay.
All right.
You're his lawyer right now.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, you are. You are.
Ronnie, I wish that I just known that you'd wanted to go, so I could have got you to.
I don't need to call you to fucking go. Believe me.
I know.
And I
wouldn't. Wanted to go. You obviously needed to call somebody because you didn't get it.
Dude, I wasn't the one who even brought up the idea of going to that place. It was all the girls' idea, not mine. I had nothing to do with it. I was a guest in L.A. They asked me if I wanted to go to a show. I said, fine, I'll meet you at the hotel. That's all I knew. Never been to Beach's Madhouse, and believe me, I will never be there again.
Hey, Dan, would the girls have gotten a table without Howard?
Yeah, sure. I mean, maybe not as but I mean, if they just called and identified myself, we're from Playboy Radio on SiriusXM.com.
I'll use Playboy Radio from now on.
Yeah,
no, not on .com. They're on regular Sirius Radio.
All right, thanks, Dan. Gary, I think Ronnie sounds like a victim of circumstance here.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a bad communication all around. The question really becomes. It really comes down to, did the girls drop Howard's name saying Howard was coming, or did they drop Howard's name to try to get a better table? And either way, I don't think Ronnie was in on that, so it's really, he's taking a bunch of shit. Like I said, Ronnie, I probably wouldn't have fought with him. I would have just left.
Now, Ronnie, the other thing that Howard brought up with you is on the plane ride there, you had all this locks, and Howard wasn't the first one served, and he said he was a little annoyed that it seemed like,
What do you mean I had all this locks? The girl put out everything out. On the way there, the girl made it like a buffet. You could take whatever you want. On the way back, she served the stewardess served in a different way. She came to everybody and asked. We were at the front of the plane. Howard was at the back of the plane. Now, it's not my decision who she serves. What do you mean? What does that got to do with me now?
Because it sounded like today when Howard was describing it that everyone else was taken care of before he was.
First of all, I was asleep. I didn't get served until after pretty much everybody else was served already. So I don't know what you're talking about, John.
He's only talking about what Howard said today.
I'm talking about what Howard said this morning.
Don was sitting up front. Joe was sitting up front. I was sitting up front. Tony was sitting up front. Okay? I was asleep. I woke up. Everybody else had their food. Joe, Tony, and Don. I don't know if Howard had his food yet. I didn't know if he ate yet.
Okay.
When I woke up, she asked me, would you like something? I said, could I have some bagels and lox, please? And a pineapple juice.
Once again, Gary, Ronnie seems like the victim of circumstance here.
It can happen. It can happen twice.
What? Yeah, like I'm gonna override Howard for food? Like I care? I need to have food first? I don't need to have food first.
What about on the way over there? Was Howard trying to be all quiet and everyone was was there a party going on in the limo there as on the way to America's Got Talent?
No. We had two separate cars.
When Howard wants to be left alone, do people respect that, or does everyone kind of want a piece of
On the first day of going over there, it was me in the back, Joe in the front, the driver, and Tony and Don Buchwald were in another car.
So it was just you in the back with Howard?
And I said nothing
to
Beth?
him.
I said nothing to him.
Where was Beth?
Beth didn't go the first day. And the second day, she didn't go with us. She came later on in a different car.
Could you tell that Howard was having a really good time doing the show while you were out there?
He was really up for it. You could see he was all pumped up. He was in a great mood. He was talking to everybody. Usually when Howard's not comfortable, you could see he doesn't want to be bothered. You know, he was having a great time. I think he was really enjoying it.
And how did you deal with the crowd, the Thunderdome crowd? I guess a lot of people were calling you out.
I just didn't listen to it. I ignored it.
Just focused on...
Just ignored it. And like I got girls putting out on Twitter yesterday... I was the girl 2 rows back behind Howard. I'm yelling at you. I want to get a hug from you. And I ignored him. You know, I'm not there to do that. I'm not there to get a hug. I'm not here to get phone numbers.
Hugs are for after the show.
You're all business.
I was all business.
As you should be.
Can I just add something real quick? Touring with Ronnie on the Block Party show, I will say without a shadow of a doubt, he is extremely low maintenance. He's not asking or looking for anything. He's quite the opposite, actually. If we go somewhere, you know, he's usually the first one to shell out money, and you know, he's not that kind of guy. While I would love to sit here and bust his balls relentlessly about it,
good. Well,
I don't want him getting that rap.
I'm glad we're getting that out there. Gary in Pennsylvania, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, good morning. Actually, before I make my point, I just wanted to say how much I enjoyed Memory Lane last week and all throughout the weekend. It was fantastic. You guys did a great job, and so did all the fans that picked the clips.
Thanks. We have fun doing those, Gary.
And also, I'd like to ask you guys, you know, Ronnie made a great point, you know, when he was getting his balls busted. Robin was chiming in, and he said, what about the new Robin? I thought you weren't going to emasculate. And as soon as he brought it up, I felt that she was over-cackling evilly, and that was emasculating. And I wonder if you guys agreed with that. And, Ronnie, do you agree with that?
Well, let's ask Ronnie first. Ronnie, do you feel like Robin was emasculating you during that?
So Robin has a certain way, when she gets on somebody, you could tell by her face whether she means it or not. She gets this very, like, I can't describe her face, but you could tell she's like angry. You could see in her face she's angry when she's telling you, she's not getting her point across and you're not agreeing with her. You could see how angry her face gets.
Do you think with you it's personal with Robin?
No, I don't think so. No.
But you think she was mad at you this morning?
Not mad, but she was. I think she was a little bit frustrated that I wasn't agreeing with her. That I should, you know, say I was wrong. But at this point, you know, everybody says I never agree that I'm wrong. But at this point, I'll go to the floor with this one. I had nothing to do with making the arrangements for this thing, with this Beecher thing.
How can you tell the difference between when Robin's angry and when she's frustrated? Like, how do you read her like that?
I don't know. If you go back and look at some of the footage on TV, you could see it in her face how she gets very. I don't know. It's hard to to describe. It really is.
The caller brought up something interesting, the over cackle, which I know Gary in the past when
No, but see, when she gets to that point
Right.
where there's no more cackle.
Well,
it's very a very like talking down type voice to you, and she gets it in her face also.
She's an angry, condescending, cackleless bitch.
Well, I'm just saying.
I didn't say that.
That was a joke, Robin.
There's times it seems like where she laughs.
No,
really hard.
I thought that like Robin fell off the wagon a little bit today. You know, nobody quit smoking the first time they try. She wants to not emasculate, but it was too hard to resist.
Well, and I know you also took issue with her being okay with Chris Christie lowering the flag for Whitney Houston. You disagree with that?
I
right?
do disagree with it. I really think that should be reserved for people who are in the military or people who have made a major contribution. I know she's a famous New Jersey resident, but to me it diminishes when you lower the flag for a guy who won the Medal of Honor. I just don't think that. And by the way, I feel the same way about Clarence Clemens. I love Clarence Clemens, but I'm not sure that the flag should have been lowered for him.
Elliot in Ohio.
So not for black people.
Welcome to the wrap-up show.
Good point, Benji.
Hey, Elliot.
Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, I was wondering, Ronnie was tweeting about the Beecher's Madhouse thing, and he put an X. It was like his only reply. I was wondering if he was trying to be like Howard on America's Got Talent with the Howard's Beach House incident.
I put an X?
You just tweeted an X out.
I did? I don't even remember.
Yeah.
That sounds more like an accident.
Yeah.
So you saying Ronnie's trying to be like Howard when he's on Twitter?
Well, I don't know. You know how his attitude is like that, as far as like how he thinks he's Howard sometimes.
Yeah, right. I always think I'm Howard, of course.
Keep in mind, this is the same guy that tweeted out turmoil, TERM.
Yeah, what was with that,
OIL.
Ronnie? I know you misspelled it the first time, or did you do that on purpose? Was that kind of...
Did I do it on purpose? No, I didn't do it on purpose. I just put it out there, okay? Sorry.
Well, you have to apologize.
I'm not an English professor. I'm sorry. I write the way I feel like writing, and these people on Twitter just love to rip you apart. So, you know what? It's great. I love it. And I was talking about Shuley anyway. Him and Scott, they're always in turmoil about fucking block party shit.
What were you doing in that coffin, Ron?
Laying in it.
Practicing.
Did that creep you out?
Yeah, really. No.
I did. That seems so creepy to me.
I don't know. It was just... they had magazines in there.
I
hope they have them there when I die.
And Howard was really impressed how you just saw something and bang, that was it for your tattoo. He couldn't do that.
Yeah, but you know, I love skulls. Okay, so I have a skull tattoo on my arm already. So when I saw this particular skull that this guy he had drawn, drew it himself or whatever you want to say. Okay, and he had it in a frame. It was hanging into place. It wasn't like it was in a book that you pick tattoos out of. It was hanging there as a display thing that it was really cool looking.
I told John, I just came back from a beach vacation, a week in the Dominican, and I'm pretty sure Mary and I are the last people left in free America who don't have ink. I mean, everybody's got fucking tattoos, whether you're 18. I saw like a 60-year-old guy, but he had fresh ink. You know what I mean? He had his Vietnam ink,
I got fresh ink,
his 80s ink, and his fresh ink.
I saw a 60-year-old guy with fresh ink and 2 bracelets on his wrist like a homo. Was standing right next to me.
When did you get your first tattoo? How long ago was that?
Howard bought me my first one. That was 15 years ago, at least.
And now he bought you this one as well.
It could be my last.
Will it be your last?
Good possibility.
No. Any reason why?
No, I'm just, See, that's what happens when you go into a tattoo place with somebody and you're hanging out. You get the urge, you want to do it, And I saw this particular piece, and the guy said he had never done it before. It was just a piece that he drew. And I said, well, could you tattoo it? And he said, well, yeah, let's do it. And I said, fine, let's do it.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, Mr. Skin came by after presenting his annual Anatomy Awards, and we got into how he felt about Emmy Rossum and her feelings on winning an award. And then, of course, we talked about the finest nudity on film and what it's like being a skin turn, a skin scout, and everything. It was pure skin sanity. Here's how it went.
The great Mr. Skin, who always delivers, had the Anatomy Awards, talked about his skin scouts, his latest skin innovations.
But
we love Skin.
was a little shaken by the Emmy Rossum clip.
Yeah, we'll talk to Skin. Well, Skin, real quick, get over here. I want to ask you about that. Do you often get feedback like that from people who have been nominated and or winners?
Not direct feedback like that.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like I said on the air, it was interesting to hear. I don't think she really knew too much about the website. when she was saying, I think you guys were just saying, oh, there's a website where you could see the naked pics. I don't think she understands the breadth of the website.
But wasn't there a bit of discussion after you guys spoke to her, like how could she not know?
Yes. We thought that she was aware and sort of playing it off a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But, especially after, I know, Knocked Up did wonders for you brand-wise, but she's got to be aware that something out there like that exists. Maybe not to the extent of what you do and the depth that you go to, but I think any award is a win.
And the funny thing is, we can't say nicer things about Emmy Rossum. I mean, we didn't know too much about her until Shameless, and she was really one of the breakout great stars of 2011, and we're big fans at MrSkin.com.
I love that show, Shameless. I watch that show and I love it, and I think she's really hot, but I also think she's a really good actress, and I think she's really good in it. I thought it was a bit hypocritical when she said, oh, he's monetizing this. I was like, well, you're monetizing your nudity.
Yeah. And she asked me that 12 times if he's monetizing it, by the way, and during the interview. But she was great. I mean, she was a lot of fun. She's beautiful.
She's great on that show.
Really talented actress.
She is a great actress. That's the thing. You get blindsided by how beautiful she is and how naked she is. But then you remember she's also a very good actress.
Well, the thing is, I find, like, she's not the hottest chick I've ever seen, but there's something very sexy about her. And she really carries the whole show.
Have you ever had someone accept one of your Anatomy Awards?
No, not yet, and I probably should. And I will say that I get actresses, not actresses you guys probably have heard of, that are very excited to win an Anatomy Award. Like, they'll email me and, say, man, I can't believe it, thanks so much. But it's normally more the B-movie actresses.
I was wondering, like, how does he make the move, Mr. Skin? How do you make the move? Remember how, like, the Razzies got, I think it was Sandra Bullock to come and accept an award.
Yeah.
Like, how do you make the move? Like, if an actress, like if Emmy Rossum came and accepted a Skin Award, wouldn't that make
Where
her
would she come to, Gary?
Well, you just make up a listen. The first year they did the Razzie Awards was in like a ballroom at the Hollywood Roosevelt.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
It's for press.
Sounds like there's an award show in Chicago that's got to happen. That's what it sounds like to me.
You know what? A lot of people have told me this has potential. I've always kind of shied away from it because I didn't want to, stick it in someone's face. But, maybe there's something there.
Oh, you should totally do an award show. You do it for a year or two, nobody shows up. Then somebody decides, somebody like Katherine Heigl, who could use some goodwill, decides, oh, that's really cool. I'll be the cool
Well, you have
chick
to do
that
a
goes.
nude scene to get an Anatomy Award.
She hasn't done one yet?
She did a movie called Side Effects in 2005 at the 24-minute mark where you could see just a hint of breast. It's so quick. But, she didn't get naked and knocked up, which is almost impossible.
Right, because she was getting knocked up.
Yeah, right. But
you're celebrating their talents. You're not,
100%. That's what I said on the air today. Is like all we do is praise it. We're like, guys, she's beautiful. She's awesome. Check out the show. Check out the nude scenes. It's fantastic.
It's funny because we use this site a lot for the show, and I remember when we had Eliza Dushku on, we talked about
Nude and the Alphabet Killer.
She did this nude scene that I think she's a lot of fun. She's a great guest on the show. But she goes to her locker to change. She takes her shirt. It was a gratuitous scene.
Yeah.
And I think we said it was gratuitous, and she turned around. She's like, "That was totally needed for the script. Have you ever seen it? Is it needed?"
Well, let me just put it to you this way: the word or the movie name Alphabet Killer would never enter any of our minds unless she did that nude scene in the movie.
So it was needed.
Yeah.
But I do have a question for you. And Steve Brandano pointed this out. It seems like you're trending more and more towards TV versus movies.
It's
a lot of
me.
TV awards.
It's not me. It's just the way things are. I mean, if you look back in the 80s, all the nudity came from movies. There wasn't TV shows. Then the 90s, you started to have like Dream On and a couple other shows. Now, with Game of Thrones and Californication, Spartacus.
Yeah.
Spartacus exists just for nudity. It's fantastic. It's on the Starz Network, and that's a big pull for the Starz Network. And it's a great thing because there's still nudity in movies, not as much maybe in the 90s or the 80s, but when you couple it with all the television nudity combined, it's better than nudity has never been better than it is now.
And by the way, a pioneering show he mentioned, Dream On.
Yes. Dream On.
There was one scene per show that was like a slam dunk hot chick riding him with her tits bouncing.
Catherine Bell, before she was famous, had a topless scene on Dream On. Would blow you away. We have that at our website. We went and taped all those episodes and have that. The Dream On was one of the best sources for skin. Even like Courtney Cox before she was on Friends, she wasn't nude, but she was in
lingerie. That one. It was a great episode where she invites both the guys back to her room she's going to fuck both of them. But it was almost like Seinfeld with nudity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, shout out to Brian Benben.
HBO always, they went for that, like First and 10. You could always count on the nudity being there. But the Game of Thrones scene you mentioned, Jason and I were kidding about this, like, that scene has absolutely nothing to do. Like, you know what I mean?
It's not in the book.
So
It's
blatantly
awesome.
gratuitous. As he's explaining, it's the best way to get through exposition in
I
the
was
show.
trying to say on the show today, and that the best lesbian scene with Esme Bianco and Sahara Knight from Game of Thrones is you have this show that is, incredible acting, great writing, but only on HBO would they interrupt that for a 4-minute high-definition lesbo scene where that is one of those scenes that doesn't end. It's
Well,
fantastic.
during that scene, the male character is giving out important information, so they just needed a way to spice up, whatever his speech was. They're like, we'll have him direct lesbians.
Yeah,
while he
by
gives
the way,
speech.
that's coming back in March. That's season
And
2.
in the second book, Daenerys, the character Daenerys, wears she has one breast out the entire time. Like
Amelia
her dress,
Clark?
yeah. So that might
I
be
never
coming up.
understand I can never tell what her name is. Like, I don't know what to call her. It's the hardest name to pronounce. I just
Daenerys.
How do you pronounce it?
Daenerys.
It's not spelled that way. If you just yeah,
Danny,
right.
you call her
I was gonna
Danny,
say,
yeah.
I just call her Danny, but
The
yeah,
one with the
Amelia Clark.
dragons,
She was
that's-
another breakthrough nudecomer this year, and you know what? She's a brunette in real life.
What?
She's a brunette in real life. Yeah, she's not blonde. That's all.
Well, we need some curtain shot then later.
Has the chick from Mad Men with the ridiculous sized boobs?
Christina
has she
Hendricks?
done
Don't
any-
look at me. Ask the guy
Has she
over
done
there.
any nudity?
Yeah, why are you asking John? No, she did. Remember that show Firefly?
Yes. Yeah.
There was a scene where she took her bra off, and it got close, but it didn't happen. But she's definitely on my top 10 babes that need to do a nude scene.
I got to tell you, when I was doing the book tour, I did Rachel Ray, and she was on before me, and I saw her in the hallway. If you didn't know she was on Mad Men, you would think she was a porn star because she's really short, and her tits are enormous, like ridiculous size. They're just like, she's really a tiny little woman.
If you go to IMDb whenever they have a red carpet event, that you talk about the sex cell, they always put Christina Hendricks on the front page of IMDb with her huge cleavage.
Yeah, but they always put her on because she always has her tits out.
Where do you come up like best coin slot and these other terms? Like,
I think it's
is that your writer in the back, or is it?
Our writers help, obviously, but what it really is going through all the nudity and trying to figure out an angle to get it into the list. But coin slots become like guys talk like, oh, did you see? Check out the coin slot. That's become like in the vernacular, so like guys talk about it. Maybe 10, 12 years ago when I was starting this, that not a lot of people said it. So we're working it in. We adjust with the times.
Hey, Will had this question earlier, so I got to know. So, everything is like, it's skintastic and skintacular and all that stuff. So, Jeremy Lin from the New York Knicks, they've been using all these words. Have you picked up any new phrases from the whole Jeremy Lin thing?
No, but I've gotten a kick out of how they're using that because it's kind of the same thing I do with my website. I've had a kick. They joke about like they're running out. It's down to like, there's down to no more puns left. For
They
them.
have a Lin word generator. If you go to linwords.com, it'll just generate different words where you can stick Lin in. It's funny.
I was waiting for Skinsanity today. I figured that was going to come with the Jeremy Lin, but I love when you do those puns. Steve in Boston, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
Excellent. Great. Great to talk to you, Mr. Skin. Very nice to finally get through to you. And I just had a question about a female actress. Okay, you got to forgive me because I don't recall her name. Amazing breasts. Okay, but she was in Godfather Part 2. Maybe Gary, you may be able to help me with this. In Godfather Part 2, she was the girl in the theater up on stage that they went to see.
What,
Okay.
in Cuba?
No, when they were young, when De Niro.
De Niro, yeah, in Little Italy, they went to that opera. The guy was singing.
Oh, right.
And there was a woman on stage too. But
I don't know. I don't know. If you had a name, I could help you out.
I've been looking online. I think her name is Laura Loins. I'm really not sure.
I thought he was going to talk.
Sounds like a stripper.
I got to tell you, I thought he was going to talk about one of the great all-time first set of breasts I saw as a kid was Michael Corleone's wife in Italy.
Simonetta Stefanelli. Yeah,
those are awesome.
Yeah,
she just takes that top off and just stands there for him to look at.
And they're crazy because it's 1974, so they're real.
Oh yeah, they party hat look to them too. They were pointy.
Don't you hate in period movies now when you see a girl with fake breasts? It totally throws me off. If someone took off their top on Boardwalk Empire and had fake boobs,
they're having problems with these movies or TV shows like Spartacus and Mildred Pierce that they did the miniseries where when you do a full frontal scene, you can't have the hardwood floors anymore. So these girls either have to grow out the bush or wear a merkin for the scene. Which makes it tough on us because I could tell body double, but Merkin sometimes that's tough to tell.
Major nudity news on the show today that I just want to find out more from you. So you said that Leslie Mann in the movie The Change Up, she had her boobs CGI'd in
post-production. It was something we were very down on at our website because what was so bad about it is the fact that if you were sitting in the theater and saw that, you'd go, oh my God, what a rack.
Right.
The problem is it wasn't hers. So at our website, we call that non-nude.
Yeah.
That's something we're going to see more of in the future. It's happened a few times, but not a lot. But in the future, how just like I say it's a body double, I'm going to have to say if it's CGI or real.
What tipped you off that it was CGI'd?
It was all over the boards and people in the industry.
It?
No, they made coy little remarks about I've never looked better.
Why did you have it? Well, I don't understand. Like, what's the point of getting an actress to get topless if you're just going to put fake boobs over her? Like, I don't even understand the point of that.
Maybe they couldn't find a better actress with better tits.